Just getting my buttons pushed because hey, my hands are twitchy. Okay, so we're back for our next Star Wars game. It is session number 114. I believe that's correct, yeah. And it is season 3 episode, or season 7 episode 23. You can tell I'm on the ball today. At the table today we have Mike.
Hello, I play Brum Brum Crash, a Gungan pilot racer from the Panorama Mountain Race Base of Naboo. I'm 2.2 meters tall with a pink and purple mohawk.
And I managed to roll a dark side for Mike.
Oh, goody.
Next person up is Ross.
Mike's rolling for us, right?
Online, so Ross, are you there?
Stupidly big marshmallow from Rhiannon. That's not a bad thing.
Yes.
It's a good thing, right?
I play Khaled, the heavily injured assassin, enforcer, gadgeteer, droid specialist, and cyber specialist of the group.
Also online we have Peter.
Greetings. Yes, I play Duras Song, the currently disgraced apprentice to Brum Brum Crash.
Up next is Will.
Hello, I play Akori Mare, the talkative personality of the party.
And lastly at the moment we have Ariadna.
What, you don't want me to do Kessa's introduction for her? Yes, I don't need armour, I can just lose an arm. But I am actually one of the smartest people in the room. I just like to pretend I'm not. It didn't sound as good as it sounded in my head. Jeez, who am I? I'm Thea True Striker, otherwise known as Thea. Talon of the clan, or Clan Talon, which sounds super badass until you find out about all the rules Force users have to live by before they can actually do anything as fun as Obi-Wan Kenobi, let alone Darth Vader. Thea's currently dealing with a situation where she's got this friend who keeps doing the same thing over and over and over again. She can't seem to convince them to change their approach and their tactics. So that's going to be one of her challenges today.
Okay, and does anyone want to do the recap of what happened last session?
Oh, God, no. We usually rely on Kesley for that. But did someone, I don't know, maybe the person playing Thea, just spend 4 hours, no, 5 hours watching a 3-hour video and taking
About 10 pages of notes.
very detailed notes, not just on the entire Hutt clan and all their relations, character knowledge versus player knowledge though, because there's a whole ton of stuff we're not supposed to know. Let's see, people could fill in the blanks. We started out because we ended the previous session on the note of the Hutt Trifecta meeting, which is it Caltho, Cloud City Hutt, who was meeting with Sinestro, who was name dropped by BBC, is that correct?
Yeah.
And then we all had the fun surprise of the Elder Hutt turning up from Gardula, who is actually from the Basadi set of families. Technically the biggest rival for the Hutt clan, but at the same time, whenever Jabba needs her, Gardala seems to come through without actually coming through. So I think Calthra is going to just be thrown to the lions. He's got Brum Brum to thank for that. Everyone keeps referring to a Nero. There's no Nero. Never has been a Nero. Nero, I went back into my notes, is actually Nico. We never met Nico. Sinestro was in a feud with Nico when we arrived on one of the missions we went to. We went to a planet.
Nalhata.
Yes. And there was an explosion, and that explosion was related to the fights there. And then when we were getting our ship upgraded, we had a bunch of Death Watch descend on us. That's when Khalid turned out to play the main role from Bonnie Tyler's Holding Out for a Hero and caught me when I fell, dropped 50 odd foot after being knocked out when distracting these guys. But it was Death Watch, and we weren't as skilled as we were there. And we also often refer to my brain's now messing things up. But there's another one that we keep referring to, and we've got his name absolutely wrong. He doesn't exist. Anyway, back to the main thing. The group split up into two. Brum Brum and Khalid went to meet one hut team, and Jureth, Kesley, and Okori in NPC security watch mode.
Okori didn't go. Okori was looking after the apartment.
He stayed behind in security watch mode. Okay, cool. Apologies. So it was Jureth and Kayana who went to meet the other group. It turned out that... Sorry, my writing's so tiny because I'm trying to fit so much in here. The other reminder is, you know that mining planet that we got all the iridium off that we were farming out to the huts? That was Sinestro's. He won that off Bargos, who I believe is actually with this party.
Yes.
Fun times. Very tense. It's just to do that. So... if I've got this right, Khalid and Brum Brum Crash were met by Trilla, the Hutt. She generally is high profile, rarely leaves Hutt space, and generally resides on Nashoda. She's on the council. She specialises in thugs, mercs, pirates, extortion and acquisition. She has a personal collection of pirates, thieves and master burglars.
If you're watching the door, you'd be able to run over to her right now.
Kayana and Jureth were met by the second group, which had Gardula, who's, as I mentioned, the agent of Hutt. Bargos, who we mentioned before, lost his iridium mining planet to Sinestro. And Borga Basadi Diori, which I initially got off the TV as Back Basadi. Nowhere near who he is. They specialise in cheap passenger starliners, trading goods, warehousing and shipping, hard spice production, spice distribution, slavery and smuggling, and apparently that is a limited list in comparison to what Jabba specialises in, which is everything. There was a vaguely entertaining, amusing scene when Gardula was asking where the entertainment and refreshments, the green room was, basically, while she waited to meet up with the other Hutt parties. And they are not being present to read out of her notes at the start of last session that we needed to go to a supply run to the markets for fresh live food like tadpoles, frogs, mice, vermin, pets, anything that was living that we could ethically buy and feed to giant criminal slug race. of people who don't take kindly to people who are not prepared for their coming. So in place of that, Kayana did mention when she was talking to the GM as a player that frogs and things like that would be a good thing. So Kayana, the character, then asked Dureth to make a run to the nearest market. Dureth, in his wide experience, try not to be sarcastic here, apologies to Peter, and in his role as I can do anything and fill any role, I am good at everything I do, asked her how to find the local markets, because he doesn't know how to use a data pad for himself or ask a person, or be discreet, or be diplomatic, or you know, or all of those bits in between.
Helpful.
I was pretty sure that he specialised in secret networks, and so I thought that he should have got this, but he didn't. I'm guessing it's just because he doesn't like Kayana, and that's fair if that was a choice of his. But he also said he didn't know what to get, even though Kayana told him what to get twice. So I'm guessing I'm going to use that he was on high alert because he already said that he had no comms because he didn't bring his helmet.
He's not allowed to wear armor.
Well, yes, but, you know...
He didn't bring the external...
Technically, a Mandalorian's not supposed to rely on their armor in order to get through a mission. They're supposed to be able to be resilient enough to get through without their armor, and that might have been the whole point as to why his armor was taken off him, so that he could show that he was able
So
to
it was
be
a very entertaining scene
adaptive.
of seeing Dura have weaponized incompetence.
In my neurodivergent, absolutely frank, direct mode, I laughed my ass off and vented and absolutely ranted at the same time. My brain did not know where to go.
I knew you would find that part entertaining when you watched the video.
Yeah, as I said, you're just like, that is so funny, but actually, we're in so much shit right now.
The quote was, "This scene I wrote will have to now be ripped up."
Yeah, so I wrote 2 pages of an interaction with Durath. I had to throw all of that away after watching the thing, because it rendered everything that I said not true.
It's funny. I love that.
Which is where some of the laughter came from.
I love that.
I'm sorry, this is kind of a stream of consciousness that's come out on the page.
You got it.
It's not a great excuse, but I'm pretty sure someone could do something nasty to me later and I won't remember or understand why. Alright, so
Try to get Carlin and
eventually he does go to the markets, and I think he rolls poorly. To be honest, at this point I was 3 hours into watching the first 40 minutes of video, and I had to start fast forwarding bits. I did.
They mentioned puppies.
I did get a little bit of a feeling from Martin, and I did stop enough every 30 seconds or so to get the gist that what Durath brought back was not quite what the Hutts would consider their normal standard of refreshments. Outside of the fact that I think you guys were still on the streets, let alone had retired to the green room yet.
Correct.
I'd also had in my notes for starter session that we should have booked entertainment as well, because
Correct.
while they're eating, they need to be entertained. And forgive me, Khalid, but I put Khalid is events coordinator. I need to organise a supply run and entertainment because Khalid will forget. He's an assassin, not an entertainment coordinator.
That would work perfectly in Babylon 5's Veer, because he kept being referred to the Assassin of Joy.
So, despite the 100 credits Durath was given, Kayana has left 20 to 30 messages on Brum Brum's messenger system, because Brum Brum's with Khalid trying to politically finesse what's going on Sinestro's side of the the Cloud City or the arrival stuff. And it's pretty hard to answer panicked calls from your leader. So
Especially when your comms unit's on silent.
they, yes. So both parties start heading to where they go. Gardula and her party arrive at the location where they're going to wait for Sinestro. And during that time, lo and behold, the Queen of Blades, Jura's sister, arrives to meet with Gardula. Bates Kayana by calling her inadequate as a leader.
Aww.
Has a private negotiation in Huttese. Ariadna is consulting her previous session notes that says, ask Martin if we can bring JD something 8, our protocol droid, to the meeting. And then it's got a big asterisk next to it saying, our protocol droid currently can't leave the ship, but we could patch him into our comms so that when they're talking Huttese, we know what's going on.
Would be smart.
But because of that, we don't know exactly what Giraffe's sister discussed with the Hutts. I have a feeling it was how they could assassinate Brum Brum Crash or get him onto their team and force us to give all the prize money, the win, or the kudos to them, because that sounds like something Black Sun and Jira's sister would do with the Hutts right in front of our faces in a language we don't understand. Sinestro and Khalid and Brum Brum finally meet up at that location all together. And it turns out, due to the lack of refreshments and entertainment, they decide to pit our Mandalorian party against the Black Sun party, which ultimately ended in Khalid fighting the Queen of Blades. I now feel obligated to always refer to Khalid as the Assassin of Joy. I feel like this is the nickname I have been looking for him all my life and was missing. So I need to send a gift basket to the Queen of Blades as well for giving me that gift. Ultimately, Khalid beats Jura's sister.
Yep.
And we kind of save face. Does that cover your
Kayana
notes?
also fought one of the
Oh, that's
Death
right.
And she kept her armor on this time.
Yes.
And she won.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
won. It was
So,
great.
so you are definitely not the friend that Thea has that keeps doing the same thing over and over again and can't figure out why he's not getting a better result.
I'm
Exactly.
just going to check their litter.
I was just going to go do their litter now that I've done the summary.
Yeah, that's basically it. We won bets and all that stuff, and we've now successfully embarrassed Death Watch in front of the Hutts.
And I sincerely hope I haven't offended people or drawn out the summary too much. I did ask Martin where I was during this. If Martin told me or asked me to come up with something, I do not remember. I will think about that while I do the litter.
As far as I'm aware, I think Thea was guarding our ship while Akori was at the hotel.
I did ask Martin if I could be on mission.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I found the source of the spell. Miss had a little bit attached to the back of her fur.
Yeah, and
which is why she needs her butt shaved.
and she's dropped a bit under the table, which you've just picked up.
Oh, okay.
You got it?
There. Oh, well, that was under the table.
Yep, that's okay. We'll look, cats and dogs. You both got to clean up after them at some point.
Yep.
It's a matter of.
Just going to put the aircon on to sort of clear the room a little bit.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey Google, AC on.
Got it. Turning lounge AC
I wondered
on.
what that was. I'm like, oh wait, I don't know.
That was the cats.
Oh, I'm so bad at spelling things.
Well, if you have pets around, you get used to it, which is not a great thing.
Yeah.
But because the kittens normally bury it, you don't get used to it.
Exactly.
It's like, hey, look, I can still do this amazing thing.
Yeah.
amazing and revolting at the same time.
Exactly.
So we have rolled out the light and dark points for the character introductions that came out to 1 light side and 4 dark side.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And now we get to do Kesley's introduction, but she doesn't get a dice.
Yes. Hello, I am playing Kayana, the person who learned to finally wear armor when dueling people. The other person who was also just having a fun time hurting the cats that are her group, and also at the same time just like, we are really kind of like stuck in the middle here and just having to make it up as we're going along as much as possible. So, yep, that's me.
Okay, so it is morning after the fun events of dealing with hearts.
Okay.
Broom Broom gets a official invite from them to attend the Granny Nupa that is being organised by Khalid.
Sweet. Means I don't have to work.
And you have learnt that you can turn down the invitation, but that's sort of like saying, yes, please come and kill me. Hotwire my vehicle to blow up. Put something nasty somewhere for me to run into it.
Mm-hmm. I guess...
And as that, you've also gotten the team with you have been included in the invite
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
as your entourage. Those that would have to fight for you if you're ever challenged.
Okay. So it's basically like Broom Broom and
Make popsicles.
race team.
I thought it was Brum Brum and Willing Sacrifices.
Okay. So with this whole big shebang Carla is meant to be organizing, is there a timeline or expected?
Well, you're expecting that they probably, after telling him, expected it to have been set up by now. So they'll probably be, calling and saying what's happening.
Where is it? When
The invitations have been sent out.
Yeah. Or
When I get a chance to,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask Carla the question assuming he's on at the moment.
Yes.
Master Carla, I know this is a big ask, but might I borrow your helmet for 30 seconds?
You just can't hold it in any longer.
For a very important purpose.
If you're after comms, I can hand him a handheld comm.
Teacher Crash, might I borrow your helmet for 30 seconds, please?
Sure.
You have my thanks.
Yeah, he hands you an elongated helmet.
That's okay, as long as it'll fit on my head, I don't care.
You have a look. Nope.
So it won't fit.
Gungan's heads are so different. It's almost like you push your face into it.
Okay. I'll hand it back and go, oh well. Looks like it must not be a problem then.
Martin,
Yeah.
despite my introductory player comments, and depending on where people are located, are you still happy for me to still do the thing, even though I have to rewrite my 2 pages of reasons? Are you still happy for me to do that?
You can work that in. I was just giving you a chance to settle down first before I did that and get your dice.
Right, yes, sorry.
So, basically, yeah.
Just that I've got everything right, isn't it basically disrespectful to the Domo, the fact that, well, not Domo, the bloody bloody boss's name?
Dom. Captain Dom.
Yep. To give someone who has disrespected Mandalorians and has basically told not to wear armor a helmet.
That all depends on the reason you're giving it to them.
And since he didn't give me a valid reason...
Remember, you're not there yet. Get yourself set up, cool. And then we'll move on with that.
Just on a player note, Ross, I have looked into that side of things.
Okay. So yes, a to-do list it has arrived for Carvid. It has 1,001 entries on it. I'm sure it won't take you too long to get through all of that.
Is this list in priority?
Ariadna likes it more than I do. It's supposed to have been started a few days ago.
Well, the fact that we weren't actually given information that was going to happen since yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And most people normally take about a week to set it up. And you've got a bunch of grumpy hearts expecting it to have been done by today. Even though you only got the list about, in the morning's mail. It was caught up in your messages.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
I put in my notes, because there was that thing about them going back to the hotel, and Sinestu's on one floor and Gardula's on the upper floor, and I think that's a bad thing, but the Hutts are going to complain about anything. Can Thea, in her pre-preparedness and having written all of those notes for the previous session, at least have had the room set up with refreshments and some kind of entertainment that can defend itself?
Well, probably for at least one...
Get him straight in the face, otherwise he won't learn. No, we'll just get him.
Buddy, not on the book. He's also got poop on his fur
right,
underneath.
I will clean the cat. That would be why he was investigating the litter. Idris.
That would be why the smell keeps...
Idris, hey, buddy.
Hanging around.
Oh, let's go clean you up. Yeah, we're good. Oh, you're too heavy to help.
Most of the time they're fairly clean, and then occasionally you get the poop problem when they both decide they need to use the litter at the same time.
Yeah.
And they poop on each other.
Yeah.
It's like, I poop on you today. No, I poop on you. We both poop on each other. Almost like they're two hearts trying to use the same space.
Yeah. Accurate.
Okay, so you have 4 people show up at the door, bashing on the door, introducing themselves as the where is it? As the Buddha for the hut, with a Buddha not being assigned to you yet until you actually finish setting everything up.
So, just so I don't know, what exactly is it that they do?
They don't tell you. They just say they're here.
Okay.
Because they've arrived without any instructions.
Okay. Alright. I will answer the door. I will get Carla to come over with me with the list of stuff.
There's a Rodian, a Twi'lek, and you're sure one of them's a Wookiee, but seems to be shaved.
And they walk into a bar
I asked Carly to bring up on the data pad the list of things so that we can start
So
prioritizing.
the shaved Wookiee clothed.
Mostly.
I hope so. That'd be terrifying.
If you call a bandolier and a set of shorts that seem to be a little too tight, clothed.
Bandolier is okay. I'm just glad it's wearing shorts.
Better than nothing.
But imagine a Wookiee where they've given the full body number 1 and
Waxing?
number 2.
Oh, so I've got short hair.
Yep.
Okay. I thought you meant by full body waxing, it's like no hair. Or the Wookiee has alopecia or whatever.
I'm sure they have them. And what would you like the last race of the people showing up to help to be?
Let's go with. I'm like trying to go through all the races in Star Wars.
I know many of them off by heart, so
Yeah.
Jawa.
you'd like a Jawa.
That'd be interesting.
What?
Okay, so you recognize eBay showing up as the person in charge of one of the huts. And you now realize you're up for a world of hurt because eBay is definitely going to make you pay through the nose for whatever needs to be done.
Does Mike get to roleplay eBay just for old time's sake? Or is he going to hurt that much that not even Mike can do it objectively?
Well, eBay has his friends rates where he adds a nice padding to the price.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, as leader, Kayana would not necessarily be out of the bounds of propriety if she made use of that red lightsaber for negotiation right now.
I don't know if I would do that to you there.
And once the door opens, the 4 of them barge their way in.
Yep.
Especially eBay, just
eBay.
walking right underneath your legs.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just completely at home and all this stuff, and it's like, good to see you too, Evea. And yeah, just trying to.
He seems to have gotten bigger bling since you last saw him.
I expect this. So just trying to slightly corral them in a little bit.
Is he allowed there?
As long as he's not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
So just trying to corral them into a space, trying to get the team to come meet so that they can all talk together, that we're not separated. So, me greeting with Carlin and just trying to ask the others to also come join in the room. So.
Okay. Then could you stop him chewing on the ribbons? Yeah.
Probably not okay that he's up there,
Yeah.
at least while there's book.
Not with the ribbons.
I know you want to sit somewhere.
Why don't you just slide the books along and then put him in the other end? Yeah, there's no ribbons that end.
If he's closer to the table, he's more likely to jump from there. I'm happy to tuck the ribbons away for you.
Okay. For some reason, a lot of cat toys have ribbons, so they associate ribbons with toy.
Yeah, so that means they're going to tear it, so.
Which is a shame when a lot of books have nice ribbons nowadays.
When they get older, they'll also be more teachable, but right now they're pretty young, so everything's... Yeah, I knew that was going to happen the moment I stuck them up there. I resigned myself to getting things out from behind that shelf ages ago.
He's gotten used to pushing things off the back of the shelf and watching them fall.
Yeah.
I've never had cats that did that before. 17 cats before these.
And then
None want to push things off the shelf.
Yep.
This one wants to be everywhere and push things off the shelf.
Okay, so while you're gotten 3 of them sitting down looking, you notice eBay keeps wandering around trying to pick everything up.
Yeah, no, I think we are fairly familiar with EVS, so I would probably put, I probably put Thea on get the thing out of the toddler's hands duty.
It seems
Who's the toddler here?
Ebea.
Okay, alright.
it seems relevant.
Yeah.
And while that's all happening, I'll say Thea shows up after being busy.
Mm.
On mission.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'll talk to you out of game for.
Yep.
Is this the hotel room?
Yeah,
Yep.
in our hotel
Are
room.
we by ourselves?
Nope.
or-
You walk in, you see 3 strangers and a nuisance.
Okay.
And I've now asked you just to start
So,
following Ebea around.
And if you have a little squirt bottle, you can
Yeah.
you can get eBay.
I pointedly ignore the nuisance, did you say?
Yeah.
No, it's Ebea.
I pointedly ignore the nuisance and say nothing to Girath as I walk by, even though I know precisely what he's been up to in my absence, because I have cats and drones. And welcome eBay. In Utini, I don't know much, but I know enough to say a passable, he's not going to pay me out for it, hello.
He pays you out for it anyway because that's the type he is.
That's
But
right.
he doesn't seem to do it in a mean way. But you do think there might be some fee attached to it later.
I get down to one knee so that I'm not towering over him, and as I go to like clasp, shake his hand, greet him, I slip.
You might need to help him.
You get a squirt bottle and you jiggle it in front of his face.
Yeah, if only it was hidden like in its thing. Alright, let's kind of try and get you out of further mischief.
Poor
If I
thing keeps
swear
getting
right now, I
himself stuck.
apologise. Fuck. Oh, I love spasms. Pain is good. Alright. I wanted kittens. Not only do I in the little package that I slip him will be some device that you've allowed me to feasibly hoard as a nice little sort of greetings hello to an eBay Jawa type person, and there's also a prepayment credit stick of 1,000 credits to start off the bargaining and to ease the pleasantries. This is not my first Jawa interaction.
I've tried to leave him some holes to jump into.
Yeah,
So he doesn't try to pull things
we're
down.
trying to create
Yeah.
spaces for them now. Because they are clearly jumpers. So
Yes.
we want to create places rather than... Where did that squirt bottle go? That I mentioned? No, off. Come on.
Do you feel lucky?
How many white points have we got?
1.
1.
Did I get to roll
Okay,
my white
okay.
points?
No one did. I rolled them all.
Aw.
Because I was doing it with everyone's introduction.
You're fair. You're the GM. You get to decide. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
yes,
You guys have
I
ID?
give him a 1,000 credit stick just as a I've missed you present, along with a little bit of tech that is not necessarily easy to find. Probably something I would have asked the Ugnaughts to source while I was getting them to update my droids and everything.
He gives you in return a stolen code cylinder from some sort of Imperial, you're not sure what.
Aw, eBay, I didn't realise you cared so much. I'll give him another 1,000 credits. Because there's nothing that says love to a Jawa like credits and stolen bits of tech.
Pretty much.
And I did check my bank account before I started this session because I had a feeling I would have to pay for shit. Where's Garm? I miss Garm.
Okay.
Sorry, what's going on?
She was getting a little nippy with the books.
Ah, right.
Yeah. She'll nip on anything and everything because she's trying everything.
Yeah.
Uh,
She's still kidding.
They don't understand that you lick things to see if they taste good, not bite them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she figured out if she bites the bag that has cat food in it, she can taste the cat food.
Ooh.
Therefore, you bite the things.
So now she started biting everything to see if it tastes like cat food.
I love that. Good job.
I just
Proud of
remind
you.
myself, after the 18-month period, they settle down.
Well, they're at the 6 months now.
Yeah, so it's T-Rex phase
If I
now.
can get my brain organised enough, I'll get a Feliway again, because now I finally remembered how I got through the last lot of kittens we had. Is there a version of a Feliway for huts?
Ooh, good question.
I'm sure there is.
What?
It's called the smell of pain and suffering.
What dice roll do I need to do to see if I can organise some of that stuff to be pumped in incense or a sensi or whatever it is? And they do have sensis in the shape of Mandalorians, I guarantee you. I almost bought one, except I can't afford to spend money like that impulsively. Yes. Can I organise for some sort of calming scent to be vented through the hotel rooms for the two huts?
I'm sure you can for a price.
It'll oh, that's okay.
Everything's for a price.
Who's got the higher negotiation in this group?
The Corey, I believe.
I think
A
so.
Corey, my young bestest buddy friend. I am hoping that you're sticking really close to me right now while I do the diplomacy stuff.
I am.
This is good. She's playing with an actual toy. I can kind of sort of relax a little bit.
Yep.
Thank God for ADHD. I will introduce Akori as a new party member to eBay. And
He goes to, shake his hand and loot his pockets at the same time.
can I have pre-warned Akori to make sure he doesn't have anything he doesn't want stolen not on his person?
There's warning someone about a Jawa and experiencing a Jawa.
I'll call this a teaching moment. He's on his own.
You can let him say hi, and then you can ask me Bear for stuff.
Yeah. So after eBay has a friendly hello, Thea will hold out 200 credits and say, "Hand it back, please."
You would pull out a single item and hand it back.
I'm like, the credit sticks are going to get a whole lot lower if you make me pay for each item.
You
And
said-
remember, I have a lot of friends that I can refer to you for business,
Well-
and you can rip them off as much as you like.
He hands over a bunch of stuff for Corey. Didn't even realise he was missing.
I don't take it and hand it. I just kind of push Akori close enough that he can grab it for himself. Because I'm not. I don't need to.
Yep.
I don't need to get more handsy than I already am.
As Thea is negotiating with all of this, I am working out with Carla the list of everything. So that's happening in the background.
So while you're looking at that list, you realise as much as the huts are insisting it has to be done by today, the actual rules say a week after you get the list.
Well,
But huts are huts.
that's a hat.
Fine print is working in your favour.
Yeah.
But of course, if it occurs after that week, then it's likely those who are preparing it will become the mill.
Mm-hmm.
When there's opportunity, I will introduce Dureth as well, because I'm fairly sure eBay hasn't met Dureth either.
No.
I think he knows Khalid. He knows Brum Brum.
Yes.
Has met him in passing.
Yes.
He sold him his ship back.
Yeah.
That's right. Keeping that in mind, I will not try to renew the friendship things between Brum Brum and eBay, because I'm pretty sure Brum Brum might sit on him. And then Idris.
Do you feel lucky, Poke?
Idris.
Yeah, off you go.
I'm trying to teach him not the table when it's occupied, but that's going to be at least another 6 months of training.
Yeah.
It's a slow process.
They don't have ADHD meds for cats,
Unfortunately.
but the vet totally agrees with us. They should.
Well, we do have some meds for him,
Yes.
and now he doesn't have wet food without meds mixed in.
Oh, that's good.
This is him medicated.
Well, he's at the end of the meds because he had them about 9-10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Trying to keep back on track. If there's opportunity, I'll introduce Jurith. I'll also have some cred sticks on hold, because even though Jurith is not wearing armor, he's probably got stuff in his pocket and he probably wants it back.
I have nothing. So go for it. Really. Enjoy.
Can I use some sort of sleight of hand to plant something on Jurith that eBay will find, that I'll let him keep, that he'll be happy with?
Sure.
Right. Do I have to roll for that?
We could, but
The inspiration world role-playing is enough?
inspirational role-playing is enough at this stage.
I'll
So
take
yes,
that.
you get introduced to eBayer. He's all hands as he greets you. And there is that funky smell of someone who has used expensive perfume to cover some sort of smell that doesn't seem to be covered properly.
I know what you were thinking. He was eyeing your desktop from below.
Yep, he could jump that high in one jump.
Yes. You guys should have got here before we unpacked the desk.
I'm guessing it was entertaining.
Oh no, it's actually a pretty easy setup, but the desk is now packed away.
It gets covered, otherwise he uses it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
It's the heights are too attractive. He cannot restrain the impulse.
Got it.
So we're intending on getting that cat tower out soon from the previous cat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I said soon, I didn't say straight away.
Eventually.
So, what items on this list are we able to get eBay's help with?
Probably quite a few, but he says as a the Buddha, his role is to observe, not do.
Okay. Is he able to advise for a consultancy fee?
Well, technically he's allowed to insult and suggest through insults.
Please throw your worst insults towards our Assassin of Joy and our armoured leader. And I say armoured in the sense that I'm fairly sure eBay remembers times where Kayana wasn't quite so armoured. But I don't want to reference that.
It is kind of funny though.
Okay, so amongst things that you need to organise, besides a wide arrangement of food that you'll have to get imported, is a equivalent of a big event hall and set up a fighting pit in the centre.
Okay.
Well, they say fighting pit, something that will protect the attendees from a stray weapon of some sort is in the notes.
My
Come
goodness.
on, buddy. Back the other way.
He's going to have a hard life.
Back the other way. Off you go. Off you go.
Aw, poor buddy.
Okay. So you organize that. It really is probably Lobot would be the best person to reach out to as to what could be a suitable space. Mainly just because, like, what's his name? Force. Tyreth. Probably not the biggest fan that he has all these huts in his hotel.
Having been to the market and things to get supplies for the 2 rooms, I depending on GM's permission or whatever, I can't think of the right word, I could probably have a contact at the markets that can import stuff, and because I've probably used them for some stuff already, and they might know other people. But I think it'll be up to you and Carla to probably negotiate with them. Take a Corey. He's a good talker.
Yeah. So.
Or Brum Brum, he can always sign autographs and pose for photos for, you know,
I think that's probably going to how we're going to
extra help.
partially fund this is through some photo ops with Brum Brum.
He's the one who races well and likes to have the photos.
I was going to say, it's a good question. How much Brum Brum does he actually like it? I feel like he feeds into it a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he would have chosen that kind of career if there wasn't some aspect of it he didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
I will have to say that I'm going to put it in my notes if I remember to get Brum Brum special braces that will help prevent RSI from all the signatures. You left-handed or right-handed?
Right. It's a stamp.
Auto signature. Auto pen.
Yeah. Auto pen.
Oh, what a rip-off, man. I'm so glad I'm not your fan. I'm so glad I'm not a celebrity.
Yeah.
All of this aside, is... we're in the hotel room with eBay, is that correct? Okay.
And the three others, a Rodian, a Twi'lek, and what it looks like a shaved Wookiee.
So the Rodian and the Twi'lek and the shaved Wookiee, have we been introduced to them?
Nope, you have not been introduced to them. They're basically saying they're here to observe and they don't really want to interact.
Can I try a charm roll to see if they'll interact with me?
You can.
I want to be friends with everyone. I'm worse than Calgrix. Actually, I just want intel from everyone, and the only way is to...
Would you like me to roll?
Friend.
Actually, it would make sense if Akori was trying to charm them.
I will...
Like, can you roll but do Akori's dice?
How does that work if Akori is assisting me? When I grab him by the arm as gently as possible and drag him as gently as possible over to these three people, I have...
We have... if I can bring the thing up. If I look at Corey and look at Thea, then I look at your...
They both have pretty good...
So you've got 5 dice and you've got 4 dice. So technically you would add a blue dice to a Corey, but he doesn't add any. He would add a yellow dice to you, but he's got a better dice pool.
Okay, so could this be a joint effort? Because after hearing what happened yesterday with Kayana and Jurath, and that Thea's at a point now where she needs the mission to succeed. She doesn't care about protocols and who's mentoring who. She's just gonna pull whoever's needed to do whatever needs to be done, and as long as Kayana doesn't check her, she's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a hologram for you.
Oh, great.
Okay, so Corey can choose to take some strain to make his check better. If you would like to.
Am I going to get any detriment if I try to include Jurath, who also needs diplomacy training, in our little group, at least so that he can observe? If he is not interested in participating, that's fine.
If he participates, you get a bonus. If he doesn't,
I'm not looking for a bonus. I'm just looking to... We've got 2 apprentices that need to graduate at some point, and as a clan, even though they'll have Khalid as the direct person they answer to and Brum Brum, as a clan we are all responsible for teaching them skills that Khalid or Brum Brum may not have, that we can give them to help them succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be the intent under which I would do that.
Okay, so does Giraffe step up to pay attention?
Oh, absolutely. I'm always up for learning.
Which dice am I getting?
So it would be 2 yellow, 3 green unless Okori wants to take 2 strain. Does Okori wish to upgrade their challenge yet?
I mean, we only have 1 upgrade.
No, you can do it by spending strain for your charm because you have a talent that allows you to do so.
Oh, I can. Yeah, I'll do that.
I was going to say, to my mind, Will, you have like 12 strain. I believe you've got all of it right now, unless you guys were...
Yeah, all of it.
Yep.
Yeah, we're all here.
They've also rested overnight.
You just need to record on your... somewhere that out of your 10 or 12 strain that you've used up X amount of strain at the moment for this session.
You have 14 normally.
14, so you'd be down to 12, but that's still plenty of room to play. So that would be an upgrade to 3 yellow, 2 green.
So that would be 4 yellow, 1 green, and 3 blue.
Blue and...
Down.
What are we up against?
That'll be where I really needed my cards where I put somewhere.
Sorry, all your cards are being moved around because we've been cat-proofing the place. Apologies.
It's okay, just trying to figure out which is the ones I need. It's always easy to look at these ones than to dig through the books.
Not again.
And hey, we even had a quartermaster in there, so I could have had something remind you of Gaum.
Aww. I was just reading up because I was looking up all of that stuff about. Hey, no, that's not a toy. I was looking up all that stuff about how everyone was convinced that we knew more than one hut, and we actually have only ever dealt with Sinestro.
Yeah.
And Nero is not Nero, it's Nico. And Zero isn't Zero, he's actually something else.
He's a Clone Wars character.
No, but his name's completely different from what we keep calling him. He's another one where we've inserted the wrong name and we just keep using the wrong name.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm getting confused because there's 50 hut names coming up on the...
There's so many huts.
I've got all the clans now. I've got a complete badge of all their houses, what they do,
Yeah.
who killed
Who's where and where's
Because-
the... Yeah.
Yeah, they kill each other. So Martin's getting us the against dice.
Okay, so it will be up against 2 red and a purple. They spend a point.
Yes. Does that mean we've got an extra story point?
Yep.
No. So far, 3 failures, 2 threat. Alrighty.
We'll continue to do that roll.
Don't contaminate my dice with his dice. Roll in that tray and we'll put that under the camera. I've done your apple snacks, but I haven't gotten as far as meals or anything like that. I'll put that under Martin's camera.
Lots of wreaths.
Ooh, we failed.
I
Those
was gonna
3
say,
failures
we
will
all
count out those
explosions.
3 success. we'll be left with just advantages, which equals a failure. How do you get a second chance draw?
Oh no.
Is there a way to get a second chance draw?
Corey, I don't know if you have your character sheet up. I don't know if there's anything in there that can give you a second chance, because I know you spent strain already.
I'm checking it now.
They also put a bit of wood on the bench where I think they ripped it off something.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll finish this bit and
Okay,
then I'll
so
finish
is that all the dice?
Yes, so there's the 3 failure, 2 threat that I rolled separately.
Okay, so with the 3 successes, that
No,
counts
I've got,
out your successes completely.
I was kind of hoping Mike could come up with a triumph.
I can get, if I have a triumph, I can get additional successes equal to 1 plus Ransom's talent.
But you didn't end up with a triumph.
Looks like we failed.
So, that fails.
Alright. Happens.
I'm going to try just addressing the Wookiee in Wookiee on my own. Not taking the hint. I don't know what role that will be. I've got my stats in front of me though.
Okay.
I spent so much of my downtime learning Wookiee, I might as well at least try it. I will not call him the Hairless Wonder though.
Come on, want to hear some Wookiee?
What sort of role would that be? Is that charm?
Well, what sort of thing do you want to ask him, because you're not sure he's going to be very amenable at this stage after
After the failure. Yeah, no, fair enough. Setback. All that sort of stuff. I will say, I understand you can't talk to me about this, but having developed some friendships in amongst your community, can I see if you know any of these friends, and can you tell me if you know if they're okay?
You do get a response from the Wookiee. He says he'll talk to you if you survive.
Fair enough. I will then offer each species a refreshment appropriate for their species. I believe that comes under xenology if I have to roll for it.
So you do notice they decline. You think that they're under strict orders.
I'll apologise then.
Which you're sure that eBay is completely ignoring.
I will apologise for doing that. Hopefully my apology goes somewhat to getting me some points back. I'll say this is my first time. I'm an over-enthusiastic
High achiever.
overachiever. And as you can understand, very anxious to please the Hutts. Pretty sure they can all relate to me on that point.
They can. Okay, I think I have all the things I might need ready.
Never hurts to try, right?
Never hurts to try. Okay.
It'll probably kill me one day, but I won't stop trying. I'm a bit like the cat.
So you do think that you could have made the major domo of each of the huts pay for their own accommodation?
Oh. Is that something that I can see whether or not I can retrospectively organise? Just because
Reasons?
what doesn't kill me puts a bit more money in my bank, and I'm doing it in memory of my good friend Garm, who would save every cent he could so he could spend it on something else.
Might help if you go with an entourage.
Alrighty.
Because major domos generally don't talk to nobodies.
As long as, I don't know, Khalid and Kayana will be sorting out this to-do list. So I will take Celebrity if he's happy to come. Because I'm pretty sure his winning smile will at least distract people. And he has things like computers and stuff which might come in handy. I will also ask, it's just the apprentices left, right? Akori and Jurath. I will signal to Jurath to come with me, and we'll go into my shared little room bit off to one side. I will, presuming Jurath comes with me, point to the bag of gear on the bed, and I will say, that is armor for the mission. I have spoken to Dom and Starwing. I've explained to them that the armor is an essential asset for the completion of this mission because we're dealing with people like Deathwatch and the Hutts. And I have organised armor for you for the mission.
Apologies, I dropped out for a bit.
Sorry. I was giving Jurath. I'm giving Jurath some mission armor.
Okay.
And I'm not subverting the rules. I have sought permission from Dom and Starwing to provide the armor. I have provided the argument that we're dealing with Deathwatch and Hutts, and I don't need my apprentices going unprotected. They need at least basic defense, and they also need the capacity to mask themselves in armor by not being as I can't think of the right word.
Memorable.
Yeah, not as memorable, but 4 Mandalorians walking together in a group and one not wearing armor says weak point. So I want to give him the basic level of pride all Mandalorians should be able to have when walking in a group together, rather than being isolated by the fact that he's the one with us not wearing armor, therefore somehow he's lesser. So I want to give him that, but also I feel that it's mission crucial.
Mm-hmm.
You will note, however, the armor that you've got, it's not brand new. It's fully functional, but it is not the best of the best. But it is appropriate for someone of your station. Probably a little bit above, but
I was going to say,
barely.
Was it better than his
yes,
cadet armor?
It's better than his cadet armor. I'm not telling Jurith, this is player-only knowledge. Yep. This is armor that comes from Thea's family.
Yeah.
So she does not lend it to people lightly. But she has promised Starwing and Captain Dom that she feels there's a Mandalorian in here somewhere. We've just got to work to get it out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Does it come with a Bray bar? There's one in there somewhere.
Considering I have like 4 pry bars in the laundry right now of varying sizes and things, I would like to say Thea probably does have pry bars on her, but not in the room and not in this bag of gear.
Okay. So how does Giraffe respond to the fact that he's being given armor to wear that's better than cadet armor? It does look beaten up, but beaten up does look better than cadet armor.
He looks at her with a what the fuck look on his face and goes, thanks.
I'll respond to the WTF look by saying, as I explained, the armor is mission crucial, and I am showing you my confidence in you to be a Mandalorian.
Mission crucial how?
If I have to explain that to you,
You do.
I'm not
Considering I've been running around without it while we're on the mission, and suddenly now it becomes mission critical, I would like you to explain it to me, yes.
Oh, Martin, can I roll leadership on this?
You could.
I'm going to need leadership behind me, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, my brain is going to implode. Alright, my leadership is 2 and 2. If there's upgrade, I will upgrade.
There is one upgrade.
We need to try and start to smooth these waters out. 2 and 2. What bonuses am I allowed to use?
Give me a sec, I'm just going to look up your leadership.
I've got it all handwritten here, but let me see. We do not want to attack. And we're definitely not using force.
So you're going for more of a rally sort of thing?
Yeah. More of a... Even though he's reluctant and he doesn't want to part with it, inspiring some sort of confidence and trust in him in me. Even though he's going to kind of like, I really don't want to give it, but okay, I've got to give you some kudos. Credit. I'm not expecting it to be easy or anything. I just need to nudge this in the right direction.
So at this stage, it's because you spent a point, didn't you?
I said if there's a point to spend, I will spend it.
So that would give you 3 yellow to 1 green.
3 yellow,
And is
green.
Durath resisting the pep talk and saying why?
I would like to point out he asked.
But resisting how? I mean, what do you mean? In game terms, my understanding is that nothing that she rolls is going to influence my character
It
unless
should.
I allow it to influence my character.
That was going to be the next question.
It should to a degree, because if I'm going for leadership and inspiration, and I'm not saying you should be forced by this. If you don't want to, no one's going to make you. But in terms of the goal and the intent, it is meant to, even reluctantly, pull you from like a minus negative 100 to at least a minus negative 99 in terms of how you view Thea.
Yes, okay.
I believe it's also a how much
I
does...
see what you're saying. So, yeah, okay, alright. Let's go with that. And let's say that, yes, Durath is resisting, but I doubt that's going to have too much of an impact on the roll.
It will, because basically, in most cases, resisting is either cool, discipline, or resilience, depending on what sort of thing you're doing. But I think in this case, your cool would be the most appropriate roll, which would be 3 purple.
A part of why I'm doing it, Peter, is because my brain is not quite up to role-playing quite the inspirational speech that I'm hoping to give you.
Fair enough.
So I am pulling back to using a little bit of mechanics. I tend to try to role-play everywhere I can, but at this point I don't feel very confident. So I would like to kind of move mechanically and give Martin an idea of, no matter how crap my speech is as a player, my speech as a role player is much more sophisticated and smooth.
So even if you find it very inspiring, it doesn't mean you have to do anything.
Yeah.
But you can choose, okay, this time you will follow and see what happens.
Yeah.
And it gives you room to wiggle whichever way you feel is appropriate for your character.
Yeah, it's entirely up to you. If you continue to just go, I really hate this shit, you will jokingly, as a player, contribute to Thea finally falling to the dark side and killing you, just because that's going to be more efficient and less work, and she needs to get this mission done, and you are actually right now a negative. That was meant as a joke.
So roll.
3 purple.
Yep.
3 yellow, 1 green.
Yep.
Right.
Just quickly, before you roll, Martin, remember that I put my cool up. I actually trained myself.
Okay, so that means we replaced one of the purple for red. Oh, you've got real red.
You didn't update the character.
I can't actually upload anything, because if I do, you get no skills at all.
Yeah, I know.
Currently, the only panel it shows, it cuts off at specializations.
Debate. Asking wisest person in the room in terms of diplomacy and things like that. Yes, I'm looking at you, Kesley.
Wait, who? You? What?
He knows how to mechanic shit. I'm asking you as a player.
Yeah.
Knowing all of this, should Thea just like, fuck all this, I'm going to use my force powers to amp up?
No, this is a fairly accurate.
And also a
Okay,
test.
cool.
And also a test for you.
Yeah, that's true. But there is a part of me that's tempted. Thea and player. Alright, so 1 red, 2 purple.
Yep.
3 yellow,
1 green.
1 green.
You want Brum Brum to roll, or do you want to roll?
I've been rolling my negative and getting Brum Brum to roll the positive.
Because you're so good at rolling the negative.
Because I like to participate, and my brain likes to feel like I've got some sense of control, even though the dice will kill me in the end, and by rolling these negative dice, I am going to fail, and I know that ahead of time, but there's a part of me that likes that illusion of control.
Roll.
Right, we want me to stop talking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 failures, 2 threat. Please get me a triumph.
And an extremely
pressure.
happy cat in the background.
No triumph, but I might have succeeded. Oh no, actually, I think I've broken even again.
Okay, so that is
The world
a
hates me.
complete null result. So
Yeah.
no positives, no negatives,
negatives.
just a failure.
No matter how well I speak. Anyway,
So as eloquent as Thea is trying to be, it's currently up to
So-
Peter how Durath
can
takes it.
I say a little bit as role playing?
All right.
Since
So
I
after
can't,
your speech or statement,
I haven't said
however
my
you
thing.
wanna look at it.
I was going to say a thing.
Sorry.
I was going to give you an answer.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be really direct with you, Jurith. Up until now, and probably continuing, you've been obstinate, you've been incompetent, you haven't paid attention to what your leaders have told you, you've thrown the blame back onto your leaders every single time, instead of taking personal responsibility and accountability for what you want, for what you're doing. You were... your armor was taken away from you punitively because Starwing and Dom saw such disrespect and obstinance and no learning and no give from you that they felt that they needed to try and make the lesson much more obvious to you. Because when your armor was removed, it wasn't about punishing you as much as trying to get you to understand that even if you disagree with all of us, even if your methods are entirely different, even if you think we're all incompetent nitwits, the fact is we're all wearing armor because we earned it. Therefore, we've earned a basic level of respect from you, and if you've committed yourself to this job, which as far as I can see you have, you need to commit to actually productively contributing to it and not relying on your leaders to tell you everything to do. Because I am not following you to a refresher and pointing your penis in the direction of the bowl so that you don't miss.
PG.
Oh yeah.
I am fed up with you constantly coming to me or to Kayana or to one of our leaders and saying, where is the market? You've got a data pad, you can ask a person, do what we would all do, and figure it out. On top of that, you have shown an admirable ability to learn from Khalid and Brum Brum, which shows that you have the capacity to learn, and the only option I've come up with is that you're choosing not to. And to be honest, I don't give a dang ferret fig in a black hole whether or not you respect me, care about me. But I've got a mission to do, and I am not going to fail because you're pulling me back. So put the armor on and do your job. And I'm not waiting for a response, I'm leaving. Because I am a leader, and I'm not here to have a one-on-one nice talk with you anymore. I've tried that route. So now we're going down this road. And I'll leave.
Yeah. Martin,
Yep.
that be a class as a coercion check?
Potentially, but she had her check as leadership and just basically dropped that and left.
Yeah.
No, she dropped. No. I'm just saying, if it is, can I make it actually and be very impactful to him and do my intimidation?
Yes, but we'd also like to give Peter a chance to respond because he was going to respond.
Yes.
And
I would say
Elrood
I
just
was
wanted to get her
in
part
that
in.
room.
Yes, so Peter does have the right to respond, even if it's to my back. And
Pause.
also, Carla's not in the room. I've gone to a separate room so he can change into his armor.
Okay, fair enough. So we just hear the shouting in another room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've just heard the clan Talon lose her shit finally.
And so now Darth gets his chance to respond.
Yes.
As Thea's walking away.
There's no point. He doesn't bother. But he does pick up the helmet, look at it, go, gives a bit of a smile, puts the helmet on, and uses the internal comms if he can.
Yeah.
I'm going to send a message to Glorious Leader.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Love that.
Yep.
No, that's
And
fine.
I say, hey, Glorious Leader, I'm assuming, well, I would normally assume that you were aware that my sister probably put a bug on me, but being you, I need to make sure that you're aware of it.
Yeah, it's on your jacket, isn't it?
Which you left in with the airspeed.
Again, when we had the meeting with the Huts, and she was there and I was there, and she tapped me on the shoulder, so you don't know that she could have put a bug on me. Is that right? Is that what you're telling me?
Another one?
He
Is that what you're
she
telling
would
me?
know that he wasn't wearing it when she met him.
We do have bug scanners in the room, and we have been scanning
I'm
pistols.
sending it
Yeah.
to Glorious Leader
Yep.
as a type beam. I'm not sending it out to everybody.
No, that's fine.
Purely for her.
This is to remind Kayana, if she is Glorious Leader, that when we first got here, we set up the encryption stuff, but we also set up scanners and things like that in the hotel room.
Yeah.
And the warehouse, but not outside of that.
So
Now,
play.
now I would have
Yeah.
I would have warned you of that earlier, except for the fact that Teacher Crash's helmet didn't fit, and Master Khalid was less than forthcoming, shall we say.
Yeah.
So now that I've let you know, and you're now considering it, I'll leave it to you. Yay! I take my helmet off and put it down.
Proud of him for actually saying something for once.
He took initiative. This is a
I
step
will,
in the right direction.
I will send Corey to give him new, I guess, under gear jumpsuit, whatever. Flight suit, so that he can change.
It's a good chance he probably changed after the overnight anyway.
Yeah,
No,
whichever. So I will send a Corey in to grab the bug from him.
When I say I have nothing, I'm not kidding.
I'm sorry?
He says he has nothing, so he's only got one set of clothes.
Yeah. So no, this is where I would send a Corey in with an extra set of clothes to send him so that we can get the other bug off of him.
The gear will have had a flight suit in there. It may not fit him well though, because it's obviously for the previous owner.
This is why I need a Corey just to get him a new flight suit. So, yeah, no, I'll send a Corey in with a new flight suit to give it to him, and also to grab his clothing off of him.
Hopefully you're not bothered by my Saya losing her shit.
It's okay.
No, that was very good. Because that's what Kayana was gonna end up doing anyway, so works.
I've got less mental resilience than you do.
So no, you did a good job there. I just want to reassure you. So yeah, no, I'll send a Corey in with that, and hoping that's showing Durath that like she does appreciate him at least giving forewarning. And this is something that Kayana would have known in between from yesterday and today, and it's something where she was being careful of the group's movements to not be in anywhere unknown, I guess. So.
Okay, and while you're going through that, there is a knock at the door for Brum Brum Crash. Okay, you see a middle-aged Zabrek on the other side. He looks as if his body is a bit twisted, and he has a lot of hideous scars visible.
Did they speak? common.
They can speak many languages.
Right. Okay. I was like, do I need to?
And he speaks to you in pretty good Gungan. Misa here to be your Buddha.
Your Buddha.
Oh, okay.
To advise and educate for necessary assist. He seems to be struggling to find words in Gungan to actually explain.
Right. So, essentially, you're here to ask for my celebrity write-up for what Khaled will be providing at the feast.
He also assists in etiquette and helping guide you to a survivable encounter.
Excellent. Excellent. I provide him a list of Gungan delicacies that I will require to satiate my hunger.
He takes you for your list and says he advises that you hand that to the person arranging everything. He says, I'm your advisor, not your assistant.
Oh, right. Okay, that's fine.
And it's his job to officiate your relationships with the other attendees of the event.
Awesome.
As there are currently 5 parties coming to the Huts meet.
Right. And I'm with him being able to speak multiple languages, can he speak Huttese?
He can speak Huttese.
Okay, cool. Cool. Excellent. Well,
He says it's like a third language for him.
Well, it probably is. Excellent. Well, I think, what would you say would be the best strategy to winning over one or several of the Gungan Hut families?
He says a good cross across the jaw is always a good win over for them.
Okay.
They always seem to like watching what they call sporting events, but what everyone else calls a dirty brawl.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as you don't kill anyone. Beating someone to a pulp and not killing them is the trick.
It's the highlight of their entertainment.
Accidentally killing someone is okay if they have attacked you without due process.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I accidentally shot him 20 times.
He ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
I just had to throw in a few extra to be sure.
He had it coming.
But most insults generally require more than just a hello. Though depending on the idiots involved, he says, some of them will just start with a fight the moment you say hello.
Hmm.
As he's heard, Death Watch is coming. He assumes their form of hello is blasters out.
Is he aware of who the other parties are?
He has a fair idea of who else is coming, but his main focus is getting you to the event and out of the event. So he has looked into what he's allowed to find out about the others.
Right. Have you devised a exit strategy and a backup exit strategy?
He would, except for the fact that any early exit is basically going to leave you running from the hearts for the rest of your life.
Right.
They generally leave first, or you don't leave.
Fair enough.
He sort of puts it down to the princess effect. All the huts are princesses and don't want anyone to spoil their ball. So what they call a ball and what a real princess calls a ball, completely different things.
A little bit.
Or a ballroom.
Somehow just as much fabric in the dresses, but not as coverage.
But he also knows the some tailors who could get you looking spiff and span ready for the event.
Excellent.
He's more than happy to peacock you perfectly. Thank you.
Excellent. Can you? What's his?
Does Grimrum need extensions?
His name is Venick Rin, he says.
Venick. I was like, after all this time we had.
Yeah, but I was gonna say he probably didn't say his name to you until right now.
No. Venick, can I get you to arrange a meeting / appointment with one of the tailors?
He has 3 on speed dial.
Excellent.
Depending on what sort of season you're looking for.
Can you get...
Do you want to impress the Huts, piss off one of the other groups, or try to be as neutral as possible?
I'm erring towards impress the Huts. It's probably the easiest way of self-preservation.
But though I do warn you, that will be skimpy attire. The more flesh you show, the better they feel. They don't care whether you're male or female, as long as you show flesh.
Can you get the best or most prestigious of the tailors to come to the suite as soon as possible and bring some samples?
He will. Though be warned, it might be just jewellery, no actual clothing. Apparently they love the barely there look.
Is that what you're gonna go for?
Okay, so he says he'll have something sorted out in the next hour or so.
Excellent.
As he wanders off making issue calls and threats.
So Tyler and I looking over the list of everything, does it seem as if it's for sure our number one priority would be organizing a location?
Getting a location, getting it catered, modified.
Yep. So
Potentially getting Lando on board with some funding, sponsorship.
yeah. So this is where I'll talk to Carla and be like, all right, looks like we gotta make.
We have to talk to Lando and work out a
Yeah.
way of locating the huts, and also a way that Lando can benefit out of these huts.
And you might want to think of somewhere where you can potentially have like a battle room or something.
Yeah.
For your underworld level of lore, you would say Lando surviving is the benefit he would get. From these sort of things, if you do better than the hut, then something's gone majorly wrong, and you'll be looking over your shoulder for quite some time.
Yeah.
Because no one's ever known to have gotten better than the hut out of any of these meets. Does not mean you won't do very well out of it.
So, this is where I'm thinking we maybe go to Lando with the idea that if he essentially allows this event to be a kickoff to the Grand Prix season of some kind, as sponsored by the hut.
Looking through the list, you do see that there is lethal measures put in place for anyone sending out any recordings or recording the actual event.
Okay.
Because they are a crime syndicate after all.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's fun. Market as an exclusive event.
Exclusive unknown event where no one knows what it's actually an event of.
Okay, I'm just thinking. Carlet, if you got ideas, jump in. I am just thinking here. It would be black tie, secret exclusive event as part of the quote-unquote kickoff to the Grand Prix season, and that it is 100% invite only.
From Leonard's perspective, wouldn't that be Black Cape?
Yeah, Black Cape, yes. So, definitely given the whole underground Fight Club vibes, but 007.
Okay, while you're looking through all that sort of stuff, you hear the conversations with Thea and Brum Brum Crash, and eventually a bunch of wealthy-looking, high-toned assistants come and measure every part of Brum Brum. Including a complete body scan. Getting preferences, colors, flavors he likes.
Red and what is it? Ruby red and gold. With a touch of obsidian.
I'm just trying to imagine a Gungan in this like girl outfit. stuff because that's.
What, dress like Princess Leia.
But like
and-
make it instead of like semi-metal and fabric, it's just gems.
And whatever fabric there is edible.
Yep. Yep.
I'm pushing two balls.
It is a hot color after all.
Exactly.
Okay, so you have quite the options at your disposal. You get to go through a list of many outfits, accoutrements, and options. To more styles than you've actually had at your fingertips before. Obviously, having wealth has its privilege.
Misa says it's about
And
time.
apparently, it's all being paid for by your sponsor for the event.
Excellent.
You don't want to ask who your sponsor is?
Who is?
You would expect it would be Sinestro.
Yep.
Because the whole thing of
That he's sponsoring, yeah.
if you're not sponsored by our heart, you're not invited.
Yeah.
As you will be representing him on the night for whatever festivities, problems, and blood feuds will take effect.
Love that.
Because most hearts are not allowed to fight each other, but their servants can go and kill each other for their benefit. It's also partly how the blood feuds last for centuries. Okay, so while that's happening, I will have Kayana and Khalid catching up with either Lando or Lobot, depending on who you see more likely to be helpful.
Wouldn't we want to contact Lobot to arrange a meeting with Lando?
Technically. So, like, that's where we're kind of given the freedom to choose. Do we go directly to Lando or do we go through Lobot? I think for us, the way that we work and what our relationship already is with both Lando and Lobot, we could... Nah, it would make sense. We would go to Lobot first. At least that's how I see it. Is that how you see it too, Ross? I think us going to Lobot to organize talking with Lando, we would tell... no.
You might kill two birds with one stone if you speak to Lobot and
Right.
say we need to speak to Lando for a venue, and he'll go, well, no point wasting his time with that because we can just use the GIO stadium and have it in there.
Or what we do, we send message ahead directed for Lando, knowing that Lobot's gonna read it anyway. Because he has to read it to him. Essentially getting Lando's permission for us to operate through Lobot. That would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be the way that makes sense.
Yeah. The other thing is, I don't really can see Lobot as a party planner.
No, he's not a party planner. He would just be the one.
He's security.
Yeah.
Says the assassin party planner.
He's the one that you enter the form through.
I know who you need for your party planning. The Assassin of Joy.
Not. I'm flipping back and forth. I think we need to talk to Lando. Sorry.
I need to get what was it, Sidestone Bob's Growl.
What?
What?
Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons.
Sideshow Bob's.
Yeah, he's slight growl of
Yeah.
enjoyment, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so while you send off that message, you do
Yeah.
hear a voice through your terminal, even though you're not connected to anything going. So you're the suckers who have been deemed organizers.
Yep. I am 100% guessing this is Lobot.
You do believe it's Lobot because he does like to
Insult you.
insult you. He does have full control of Cloud City.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where just, I guess, message or whatever back to him, just like,
You believe he can actually hear you talking at the monitor, even though there's no communications open.
yeah. And I was like, yes, Lobot, unfortunately, we really want the lucky ones chosen, so would love to get the official go-ahead from Lando, and then help have your help getting all the things organized.
Yes. Well, as one of the attendees, he is unable to give you that sort of assistance. But here's a list of locations that are currently unused that fit the criteria of the list he intercepted earlier.
Thank you, Robot. Very sarcastic.
Could you place them in order which would be the best to worst of the suggestions?
ChatGPT Lobot. Put these in order.
Okay, so the order keeps shifting because Lobot changes his mind every millisecond or so about which is better for which reason.
I've sent a gift basket to
Probably
Gareth.
best for not getting us killed and not getting a change of ownership to Cloud City.
Well, you want to get what to a change of ownership to Cloud City?
No, we don't. No. To prevent change of ownership of Cloud City.
You want to...
You'll have to start over.
You could, I've got the end of the sentence, I just don't have the start.
No. In order to prepare, basically, one that would actually manages that we actually give off a acceptable party or whatever, and then it also doesn't cause the loss of the us and loss of Cloud City.
He asked you to give him parameters for such a question.
Start at the top with
Adjust
like
your prompts.
Start at the top with like Canberra Theatre and go all the way down to Geo Stadium.
Each of the locations is out of the way and not in the public space.
And
That's
leaf
good
roofs.
to prevent collateral damage. We need somebody who's a social butterfly.
We're stealing a course.
Bag's not it.
So,
All the skills I have are
I guess-
from Garm.
with the message off to Lando, and I was getting this stuff from Lobot. Do we get a message or a time back that we can talk to Lando? Or
Well,
do we have to?
He's down as busy for the next week
Okay.
due to preparations, which is all it's got down listed as.
Yeah, that's fair.
Would
That's
you
fine.
like one of the cape gifts I like that might give you a short window and audience with you as you deliver it?
Yes, so that would be the idea of maybe giving him a very nice cape that he can wear to the event, should he choose.
Exactly. Which is why the sooner you deliver it, the sooner he can assess it for its appropriateness, suitability to the gala.
Yes, exactly. So, we'll do that.
Okay, so Vinnie Cran sort of wanders into the room, hearing part of that, and he goes, "Yeah, you don't want to insult the hut that sponsored him."
Insult the hut that sponsored.
Any attendee is sponsored by a hut.
Oh, true.
Which means if you're providing the...
Then it's overstepping. Yeah. So
no, it's basically slapping the hut in the face.
Yes.
And basically saying they're not good enough.
Yeah.
Is this because I've got a cape put aside for each week that we're there to send to him as a gift?
No, if he wears it to the event, you've basically insulted the hut who has invited him to the event.
He doesn't have to wear it to the event, but it's an important week. There's a lot of capes to wear. He can't be seen wearing the same cape twice. He's already made that faux pas. Just try and help.
No, that's
How about cufflinks?
All I know
I would
is
think-
that I already have capes put aside, one for each week. I think we're there for like 4 to 6 weeks, so I put aside.
The thing they spoke up about was, and he can wear it to the gala.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's just what we're
Because-
commenting.
I was just giving you an
Sending him is not stuff is not a problem, but he's also preparing for the gala.
What part of you've got kicked off for 50,000 times before? Don't you get?
He needs to be kicked off just one more time, every time.
I get you. He's stepping in and doing the role play in house for Jurath.
And
The other thing I would also suggest is keep the lockcats locked up, to the fact that there's a good chance that they may become orders.
Please don't disrespect or insult my loftcats. They're smart enough not to go anywhere near.
Huts.
If they know to avoid.
It's due to animal catchers.
If they know how to avoid fifth brother and seventh sister, they know how to avoid animal catchers.
Okay, so
Martin rolls the dice. Loftcats get caught.
I can if you let me to.
No. The dice have already tried to kill me twice. I'm good.
Okay, so while you're trying to get Lando a meeting with him, you do get the feeling that he's probably under instructions as part of the preparation.
I'm okay with that to back off of that attempt. So. Okay, so that's fine. We're just gonna go through the list and kind of with Lobot's list, freeze it from shifting if we can, and just choose one we like the best.
Come on, buddy. Oh.
So
Yes, you can get hugs from me, but you can't walk on the table.
So we're gonna prioritize controlled exits that can be monitored well enough for I'm gonna assume hut security to work through, and something that can bring in catering and give equal seating to all of the huts.
Mm-hmm. Well, most of the huts.
Most of the huts. Well, yeah, most of the huts. The ones that that are
The representatives get
The
the
big
high
bosses?
seats.
Yes.
The hangar honors get the lower seats.
yeah, exactly. So to make
high
appropriate
ground.
appropriate seating to have the huts that need to be neutral with each other to be neutral.
Mm-hmm. Now you do find it ends up being set up in a square with each hut in a side or a corner, as you might put it,
Makes sense. Yeah.
and they can each see whatever's happening.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as they all get a good view, is my goal.
With everyone else being at lower levels inside that. And each party basically sitting in front of the hut that has sponsored them.
Yep.
What event is this for? The gala or the
For the secret fight thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Get another different thing.
This is
Our-
the one
our
the huts
flight
have brought you in for.
Yeah.
The one that we're doing. Or organizing. As for the rest of the list, are we expected to figure out fighters?
No, because that's participants.
Awesome. Love that.
Because they represent the arm of the hut that invited them.
Yep.
And if there's any slight against the hut, their job to deal with it.
Yeah.
And upon successfully defending the honor of the hut that has invited you, he will always give you some sort of boon.
Okay.
To a lesser extent to how much he makes off the other hut that failed.
Okay.
Because the huts always come out on top. Much like the house.
Yeah.
In the background, if I'm allowed to, I would like to communicate with our current resident protocol droid on the ship and see if I can patch him through to my comms so that if I need translations, I can get them.
Yep, you have no problems getting that hooked up. There is a slight delay though.
They are going to be up. Either they have been or they're in line to be upgraded and maintained by the I've spoken people.
Mm-hmm. The Ugnaughts.
Ugnaughts, that's it.
Okay, and so where do you take Durath and Akori?
I had to go somewhere to negotiate something, didn't I? Sorry, my memory has failed me for the first half of the session.
That's okay.
I believe
I
you,
also needed to take Brom Brom for celebrity status.
I believe you were intending to go and pick up food and stuff for the event.
Yes, you were going to the markets to try to start organizing the catering
Yes,
of food.
I was going to try and take care of the stuff that you need imported.
Yes.
And I need a good negotiator and celebrity status.
Yes, that's why.
And potentially food tasters.
Yeah.
And you find that the middle-aged Sebrak, much like looks like Darth Maul, sort of without the tattoos.
Yes. Oh, I actually know what you're talking about, which just shows how geekified in the 26 years I've known you I've become. Happy anniversary.
Okay, and he walks with a bit of a limp but manages to keep up. So you do notice he does have some sort of electronic cigarette.
Interesting.
And every time he inhales, his eyes glow.
Oh, well, I'd say that's got to do some form of pain relief for the limp. I tell him to Mandalorian it up, but not
But
all of us can.
you also note he has full body scars from some sort of incident.
Yeah. As I said, I presume it's got to do with the limp and the scars. Whatever reason he's using spice, he's got a good reason.
So it seems that wherever Brum Brum Crash goes before the event, this guy goes.
Ah, you have a personal fan.
Apparently.
Shadow.
I'm diplomatically describing your personal observer Shadow, as Kessler was saying.
Aldrich.
Well, his job is to make sure that Brum Brum Crash makes it to the event and then makes it out of the event.
Oh, look, it's your personal bodyguard.
He doesn't guard
Kind of.
bodies. He advises.
Kind of the guy that if you decide to make a run for it, will prevent you from doing so.
Probably.
He'll tell you don't miss that guy off.
But he doesn't know that you don't need to make a run for it because you are the best racer in the Parsec. Is that correct use of that term?
Okay. And you managed to get to quite a few dealers who seem to open up a different set of books now that you've come in with A, a celebrity, and B, someone who looks like he's got a lot of money.
I will introduce Brum Brum. I will get Akori to do most of the negotiations. And Dureth can loom. Because that's a skill Khaled's very good at teaching people.
Has Durath put on the armor, or did he leave it behind?
I leave it behind.
Oh, you didn't put on the armor?
Ah, well.
Absolutely not.
Jurith is not looming then.
What about the extra flight suit sent to you by Kion from Corey?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
If he's not wearing the armor, I am tempted to leave him behind.
Feel free.
Just in terms of logistics.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free.
Well, he would be the second person not in full armor going with you.
Yeah, they could just mistake him for being another one of the observers. Yeah, that'd be fine. I just don't want him to be targeted because he's
Not, you know.
not wearing his armor. Death Watch will pick him out in 2.5 seconds.
Death Watch basically know who I am, so I don't know what you're worried about.
I don't know your entire history with your sister and Death Watch. I wasn't privy to all of those meetings.
And I'm not there. I'm gonna let you guys.
I don't know, if he doesn't want to wear the armor, he doesn't have to wear the armor. I just think he's even more of an idiot than I already thought he was.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay, so how does Corey smooch up to the importers?
Corey is. Good question.
You do have
Corey
Vroom
will-
who you can kind of bounce off of. It's like, ooh, look, we have Vroom Vroom. Isn't he great? You know what's
Yeah.
also great? Your ability to get these things in.
Yeah, it's like I will nudge you in the sense of telling you what we need and what we want to get from, but I'll give you a long lead because this is where you learn.
Well, wait, so what are we trying to do again? Sorry, I was
So
jumping
we
out.
are after specific fresh foods. We've got a list that Kiana's given us.
Yep.
Some of which has to be imported. That we need to have in ASAP because we've got to import it. And how many days into the week timeline are we in that we've got?
You haven't eaten into it. You're on the first day.
Okay, so yeah, if some of this stuff is hard to import, it might take 3, 4, 5 days to import. The fact is that we want it here on day 6, not day 7, and definitely not on day 8.
Okay.
So it'll be a list of a lot of amphibian type species, things like frogs or tadpoles, a lot of sort of vermin-like creatures, but alive. And there'll be specific species. And as I said, you'll have the list. And I'll introduce you. I'll just make like you're my personal assistant. You'll sort out the details. Well, I taste the fruits and things, and you do the negotiation. And
Okay, so I'm just
I'll provide the money.
okay. Yeah. So just negotiating with the food deliveries.
Yep. And bargaining to get the quickest import be the highest priority for the people they're getting goods in for. Because a lot of people are probably going to be contacting them for the other huts that are attending. So we want our huts to get their food first. So
Yeah. So
Well,
each hut,
I guess.
Weren't we organising it for all the huts?
well, Khalid and Kayana are organising it for the huts in general,
oh, okay, so
Yes.
it's for everyone.
and
okay.
that's why
That's
Brum
my
Brum
mistake.
can't do too much because he's technically an attendee representing one of the
I
huts.
see. Yeah. Sorry, that's my mistake. I thought it was just for the one, but it's for all of them. Either way, the sooner that food gets here,
The better.
the less often we have to play Fight Club to entertain them while they wait.
Mhm.
So feel free to flirt.
Yeah.
I guess Corey's gonna just talk to the people and, you know, do a little wink, do a little charming, you know, in order to be like, you know, hey, you know, I'm sent here to get stuff for the hut, you know.
One of the things I might do that might make it easier is I'll give you a separate bag of credits to give to them as their cash bonus only, not on record, and then there'll be the credits with which we'll pay for the order for. So that
so it's like a little, not hush money.
It's that $50 note that you put in your palm as you're asking them for a table you haven't booked.
Yeah. It's a dollar in the palm.
Yeah.
In the offer of probably such gratuities for meeting the time.
Yeah. So this is 10% of the gratuity you'll get personally if you actually meet our deadline.
So incentive.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how is Giraffe helping in the background?
I do have negotiation skills, so if I can help, I will. But I mean, I got one. What is it? One yellow, 2 green, and a blue from memory.
Yeah.
Oh no, one yellow, 2 green. No blue.
But you guys working together counts.
Sure.
What's my charm?
GM takes it into consideration, I know.
GM does, yes, and GM does suggest people actually working together.
Yes.
Even if you don't provide extra or upgraded dice, you can still provide assistance. Okay, so you do see both Giraffe and Okori working with the guy to counter all his reasons for why he can't do the job.
Yeah. I'll be, you know, saying, you know, come on, I think you can make a little exception, you know.
Well, the thing counting against you is you mentioned the huts.
Because so they're not supposed to do that?
No, for most importers, if it is their reputation going to the huts, they would rather pass than risk becoming the meal themselves.
We could promise to try and keep their names out of it. Yep.
Play a suggestion.
Yep.
Say that you're doing it for me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
just realized.
That could be the reason Brum Brum's with us.
So imagine in like where you've got the Godfather and the Mafia involved, you go up and saying for someone, this is for a Mafia meet. And suddenly they're looking at if we do a bad job, they're going to kill us.
Yeah, so we'll say this is for Brum Brum Crash.
Yes. Sorry,
that could be why he's with us, and he could be tasting foods. And telling me what he likes.
That is where I was throwing in the alteration to the discussion.
Suggestion.
Because basically, anytime you mention the hearts, you're basically saying you've got gangsters ready to jump on whatever you've just mentioned.
That's a good idea.
Okay. So, with Brum Brum being the celebrity person he is, and the fact that you are representing him and he doesn't have to say much but smile.
Yeah. With me looming in the background.
I believe Khalid was actually with Kayana at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Khalid is with Kayana.
Unless, of course, we can split him in two because he's lost so many limbs already. I'm sure we can cyber him in two places at once.
Send his arms along with.
His arm is looming in the background. Which one? Doesn't matter.
What's the sound of one arm clapping?
Well, you see that?
It is a Brum's head hitting the floor. Or hitting the desk.
Okay, so yes, between the two of you representing Brum in a private affair that is supposed to be a surprise, which means they don't then advertise to everyone the date and the items. You managed to negotiate that they will try to get it in 2 days before the event, giving them a day's wiggle room, which, considering you're out in Bespin, is not that bad.
Yeah.
Though while the guy may be suspicious, he definitely will do it in good faith, especially considering you gave him some gratuities up front. It always helps the service people. Yeah, you never know when you're going to get more. So yes, Vinnick Wren is quite happy with what you're arranging, even though he's not here to advise the team. He's only here to advise Brum Brum in not getting killed. So you managed to return after arranging for the food through a couple of sellers. Because not everyone stocks the same things. But it does seem to be enough food to feed about 50 to 100. You're not sure exactly how much of that will feed the huts. But for standard person rations, that is roughly the amount you're ordering for.
Okay.
Depending on how long it goes for.
Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
I'm sure the huts can have to-go containers.
And you do have a account through the huts to pay for it all.
Okay.
That's part of the list.
They come with
Okay, so with the list, it's like it's coming from hut money, not our money.
And depending on how you come into budget is how they perceive you at the end of it.
Yeah,
Totally fair.
they come with little.
Now here's the question.
With Tupperware containers.
Here's the question. Did they give us a budget?
They didn't.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Because they are gangsters.
Yeah.
They will make you sweat the entire time,
Yeah.
even after they congratulate you.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Cool.
Just think like these Red Pirate Roberts training his cabin boy.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so while that was happening, Carla and I just trying to secure. Well, we talked about the location. What would be best? Did we have it secured, or do we need to do that?
Well, you can go have a look at the suggestions.
Yeah. So, looking at the suggestions, wanting that space that can have that equal for squared seating, all that kind of stuff.
Each of them will require some work to make it look like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because none of them will be perfect.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, it's somewhere where the average person could wander by and see what's happening.
Right, exactly. So, what would be the balance that we're looking for is probably fastest setup while also remaining secure. Like, not in public way. So that would be priority for that, I guess.
Okay, so it turns out the fastest setup would be the gun smugglers.
Okay.
Because they have a space where they test weapons.
Okay. Yep. That works.
Firing range.
Because that would be good for protecting or creating an arena. So.
Because, hey, if they can test most of their weapons without people finding out, then you could probably get through most of the stuff without someone noticing, except for the fact that the huts will have to go into the main square before entering the lift one at a time.
It's fine.
Because that's the only entry point they can fit through.
Yeah.
The service elevator.
Yeah. That seems fine. I'm trying to think how we can create some other kind of diversion then, so that the huts can feel secure.
I'm sure if there's a hut block and all these huts show up at the same time.
Yeah. What if there just so happened to be a parade around the same time? And, movement of people isn't going to be that weird to look at.
Next one on the list is a large bay where the Ugnaughts work on special projects.
Okay. But that is lower. It is lower levels.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be even worse. How the hell is that hut going to get through an outlaw corridor?
That's because the Ugnaughts have ways of doing things.
Yeah.
Because
You
they
said
have
it's a
spoken.
special
What
area
would
of
be-
projects,
Special
meaning it
projects
might
area
not
for them.
be- It might not be Ugnaught
It's not-
height and
not
size.
Ugnaught.
It might be normal, and they just use the space for
Yeah.
certain projects.
What would be a downside of that space?
Downside to that space is it is quite a distance from the main fair, and the huts would have to basically take some of the service elevators,
Okay.
leaving the what they call the civilized area of the city.
Yeah.
To go down to the Great Unwashed.
Yeah.
Was there a downside to the first one?
Yes, there was.
They have to publicly show themselves.
Well, I guess you could word it as privacy and exclusivity. Not service elevators, but secure routes and paths.
Yeah.
It's all about terminology.
Exactly.
Especially put this space aside so that you would not have to be vulnerable to security threats.
And then, okay, so those are two options we're saying.
They are the top two options you have. The next one is basically a hangar on the edge.
Yep.
Basically, you'd have to refit it quite a bit because
there won't be seating or anything like
they're
that.
designed for starships, not people.
Yeah. And then...
And you do have the risk of technically it's exposed because it has a side open to the
Because it's a starport. Or it's a shipport.
even if they have blast doors to close, they're still right on the edge of the city.
Exactly. And then
The
last option.
Next option would be one of the arenas be closed for maintenance.
Chicago Stadium.
Okay. And so what would be a downside to using that?
Basically,
Leaky roof.
people can notice what's happening.
More public there.
And basically harder to keep it private because if anyone flies over the top, suddenly they can see what's happening below.
Exactly.
Chicago Stadium.
I am kinda...
With the Ugnaughts, we might be able to negotiate a deal.
Ugnaughts we can negotiate a deal, but the gun smugglers seems like the best option.
The gun smugglers, are they the hut branch of gun smugglers? Is that what we're talking?
They're independent because that's why they're operating out of Cloud City. Though once they host it, they will no longer be independent because they won't be able to run out of there again.
Me talking this through with Carlid, using Carlid's underworld experience, Kayana is leaning towards Ugnaughts unless we can make a decent cover for huts moving through the main square to go to the weapon smuggler space. What does Carlid think?
You even ask what the team thinks.
Well, I thought it was me and Carlid.
But the thing is, you could even put that to the team after.
Yeah. I'll ask after. Go ahead, Ross.
So the thing is, the huts want to be obvious, don't they?
They don't want to be obvious.
Oh, they don't want to be obvious.
No.
This is a private meet. They normally have them on planets controlled by them. But for some reason, they don't want to do this one there.
Okay.
Apparently, it's punishment for throwing someone's name around.
So, talking with Carlid, I think this is something that we could probably bring to the wider group to get ideas. So the first two options do seem like the better of the four options that we have. I'm leaning towards Ugnaught space versus weapon smuggler space, but the weapon smuggler space is the better option if we were able to organize a way to secure their cover getting there. go ahead and ask the rest of the team. I'll explain the situation, explain the options we have, explain the first two options as my preference, and go to them for kind of like security check if anybody can see anything or come up with ideas for either option that we need to anticipate and work through. So I'll open up to anybody who wants to comment or give ideas on either the weapon smuggler space, but huts have to move through public space in order to get there, or the Ugnaught space, but it's in a lower level that the huts have to travel secure through service elevators and all that through. Is better is probably one that would give a little of a side eye about, though.
Also, what's the cost of the venues?
That's being covered by huts.
Yeah, but we've got a budget level, don't we?
We have an unknown budget, so it's determining the space and then getting the budget after.
Yeah.
Did you say the independent gun people?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If they host this meet,
They will have to shut down.
they
and
will
move.
have to shut down. So if they do host it, it will be under duress, which means they might be pliable to other influencers who might want to attack the huts because they didn't want to host this in the first place. So that is a part of the risk assessment you need to consider.
That is a very good point.
That's a possibility. The huts will buy them out and turn them into slaves.
Yeah.
Misa will suggest option 2, using the principle of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because we don't need to create something. We don't need to create an event
For an event.
to sneak them in, whereas they can just go down the elevators.
You can literally just change the terminology. Instead of lowly elevators, you put in higher security, private, exclusive.
And you could even work it so the huts arrive at the same time instead of one beating the other.
Yeah.
Which you couldn't do at the smuggler one.
Yeah. Okay. If anybody has any other ideas, feel free, but I feel like we're kind of voting for the Ugnaught space that we need to negotiate with them.
I have a feeling the Ugnaughts have a better chance of staying independent and free just because of the way they're set up.
Yeah. Alright, not hearing anything, and we're gonna go ahead with that then. So, we will go ahead and whoever was listed as the contact for that space, I guess, kind of try to negotiate with them, bringing our negotiators to come along for that.
That's okay. Seems that it is your friend who you've had to deal with a few times down in the Ugnaughts.
Perfect.
Pugsley.
Pugsley, yes.
Pugsley is the main contact they have with the outside world because he's less abrasive. As abrasive as he is.
Is it wrong that every time I hear his name, I hear da-da-da-da?
No. Because that's what I hear every time too.
Okay, so you have no problems tracking him down because, hey, you've already been in contact with him.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out the special space is attached to his workshop.
Oh.
Because he already runs the special projects for the Ugnaughts. As he's the one less likely to kill the attendees on site.
Accidentally, of course.
Of course.
his request on the negotiation is the clearing of certain debts owed to the Hutt clans.
It seems negotiable.
He doesn't really care what it will cost to do what you want. He'll have his team work on it and get it done. He just wants certain debts cleared. And certain members of his clan returned.
I'm going to go call up Mesa. Will suggest maybe we should find out how much these debts are
Yeah.
before we make an agreement to
Yeah.
wipe out $38 trillion worth
Yeah.
of debt.
Okay, so members of your clan return and part of debts cleared. Yep. So I'll get a hard number from him on that.
He has anywhere from about 50k worth of debts to over $1 million, depending on how much wiggle room you can work out, because it's all about freeing his clan from slavery.
Yeah. No, fair enough. So I will leave that to Khalid as event organizer to negotiate with the Hutts.
Who do you negotiate that with the Hutts? Would it be one of their representatives?
Well, technically, Carl is the representative. So however good or bad he does falls on him.
So how much he chooses to clear will affect his reputation with the Hutts.
Right. How do you determine, and this is more a player question than that, what your capacity is on that side of things?
Well, it's who do you want to smooth up to the most? Do you want to smooth up to the Ugnaughts who are looking to set this up at their own expense? Which is basically probably going to save you a bundle on capital, because they're not having to fork anything over. They're just writing off debts that may or may not be payable.
Financially, what kind of savings do you think we would make?
You'd probably make quite a few, anywhere from 10,000 savings to a couple of 100,000, depending on what it was required to rent and use a space.
Okay. Depending on how Carla decides to do this, because of Thayer's involvement and relationship with the Ugnaughts and the slavery, I'll let Carla know that I'm happy to contribute towards some of that money if it will mean freeing those clan members.
Well, there's no money changing hands, which
No.
is the whole point of them doing it as waiving of debts, because no money changing hands means not traceable.
Yeah.
No
And-
money between the Ugnaughts would change hands, but I can't figure out
So-
how this actually looks.
So from the perspective of the Hutts, they just put a line through a item on a spreadsheet and no money moves.
So it's more of a case of Khaled's personal ability to convince them to scratch 5 out of 10 names off the list and release 5 Ugnaughts
Yeah. So
versus 9 out of 10, 2 out of 10.
100%. That's kind of
So
it. In whatever number or percentage that Khalid chooses will further determine how positively or negatively the Hutts view us.
what do you mean by percentage? Like, if nothing's
So-
changing hands, how can there be a percentage?
So percentage being like how you said, like 5 out of 10, that would be 50%. Of
Of the debt
Of the
sale.
debt.
I still don't understand how this works. Don't worry. I
That's
don't want
okay.
to hold up the game.
That's okay. So yeah, no, it's pretty much Khalid, what do you choose? What percentage or amount of the debt do you believe is negotiable that would keep the Hutts happy while also keeping the Ugnaughts happy?
Because the higher you do it, the fancier they'll make the event look.
Yeah. Okay, so
You get what you pay for.
Yeah. So how many of their clan members are actually been taken as slaves?
The number is irrelevant. It's basically there's an amount up between 50,000 and 1 million that you're happy to spend.
How can you spend and not spend?
It's just what number is he willing to wipe off of the debt?
That's what
Not
I
spent,
really don't
yeah.
understand this. It makes no sense to me.
That's okay.
I don't know how you can choose a percentage if there's no actual exchange happening.
Well, I think once you hear his answer, it'll make more sense.
Can I use Underworld just to work out how much one of these things normally cost?
We do know it can cost anywhere between 50,000 to a couple hundred.
Yeah, or of the ones that actually did go off well versus the ones that didn't go off well.
People don't talk about them. You just know they happen. It's like Fight Club. No one talks about what happens in Fight Club. Just that Fight Club happened.
I have a feeling that Ross is kind of where I am. We're both not. You know, we've asked questions to try.
Well, the other thing is, then I have to negotiate that, which trained in negotiation. I'm trained in aggressive negotiation.
Technically, you are the Hutt's representative, and so you wouldn't know the outcome until after the event.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's basically a shot in the dark, see how well you do gambling.
Mm-hmm. Because everything with the Hutt is a gamble.
My brain doesn't deal with this kind of uncertainties.
Yeah.
What number would Khalid like to suggest?
Okay.
Well, that's what I mean. Why wouldn't you argue for trying for 100%? If it's a shot in the dark.
100%, that's 1 million.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you want to clear somebody from their books so that they no longer have any control over them? How well do you think the Hutts would like that?
Well, you would sell it in the sense that this event will be the best event they've ever been to. An experience they've never had.
Could be. This is all determining on Khalid's morals.
This is also for Sinestru's reputation as well, correct?
This one, Sinestru is sponsoring Brum Brum, so Brum Brum represents his reputation, whereas you've been put forward as the person who can create it for all the Hutts.
So there's a little more pressure on you because it's coming from all sides.
I can't figure out how you guys can get a percentage or a number out of that.
So you could clear all debts, freeing the Ugnaughts from Hutt influence, but how well do you think Hutts would react to that? You can clear some debts, hoping that you get the right ratio. You could clear the minimum amount of debt, but maybe not get the best event. So it's kind of up to your own decision there. What is the amount that you would go for?
So it's just for this clan's debt, or is it trying to do
just
all
this
right,
clan.
or-
It's just this clan's debt. They don't speak for the other clans.
Okay. For this clan, I will try to get 100%.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
So you're
I was
going-
getting. I was thinking it was you wanted to do for all that. I was going, what the hell?
No, they can't speak for any clan but their own.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're going to go try to clear all their debts, they're going to try to make it an event you will not forget.
That works.
As you hear them starting to call in, all the work teams on Bestman to down tools and come.
Love that.
So for about a week, there's going to be a lot of maintenance issues.
Because they're
As
all going to
long
be busy
as-
building this.
As long as those maintenance issues do not affect the huts, and I would make that clear to Pugsley that yes, we want this to be the best event, but if the huts are affected indirectly, then that could be bad too.
Mm. So they basically start with a think tank of things they can do, and you're sort of walking out going, were they saying jumping sharks?
This is also adding the thing in. Lando will probably have a block toilet by the end of the week, but Lando doesn't matter, it's the huts.
Yes, that's exactly it.
He might not appreciate us.
He knows the game.
Well, plus, if he found out it was all about freeing people from indentured service or slavery,
Yeah.
He's less likely to care about a block
I
toilet.
figure he'll be more tolerant than the huts will.
Lando would be for that.
Okay, so yes, you seem to have gotten a good deal, an expensive but a good deal.
Yes.
And now you've got to, you've arranged food and catering for it. The huts have each got a list of servants to do the looking after everyone at the event, including any security needs. So they've left it up to Khalid to vet the staff.
Khalid could always ask for assistance from other people in vetting staff.
Yes. It's like any boss can ask any minion to do work for them. They're just responsible for the outcome. And if they trust their minion, then they don't need to check it.
Yes. Okay. Vetting.
And you've been given about 10,000 names for about 50 roles.
Pick a team member who's good at risk assessment, judgment of people. Team member. So I'm thinking more along the lines of possibly Jirath, Aquari, Brum Brum. They've all got skills in that area. Brum Brum maybe not. He tends to drop names that he doesn't really actually have connections to.
I'm feeling attacked here.
Just a stab in the dark, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But Brum Brum does seem to have a good sense of people.
And plus you can use Jurath's knowledge
Yep.
of his sister's associates,
Yep,
so they don't accidentally go into positions of power.
yep. That's what I was saying. And Jirath has said he's got skills in networking
Mm-hmm.
as well, so that's not... that's an advantage.
So yes, you get a well-crafted bio of each person, whether factual or not.
Speaking or not speaking of Jirath, I think they all take a little bit of time out when there's an opportunity and go and do her own thing. Unless Kayana's free.
Sure she is.
I'm sure Kayana's free to get away from the madness of bureaucracy.
A little bit, yes.
Of course, each time you meet with a person, they don't quite match the picture that well, and they don't seem to understand what was put into their bio.
Okay.
So, 10,000 fantastic applicants with a whole bunch of who knows what you're going to get.
Awesome.
So think of resume padding by someone who is not the person going for the job.
Yeah.
The equivalent of phone a friend and them doing it for you.
Yeah.
It may even have been some of the huts personally crafting stuff for their amusement.
So
One of them actually has a job down as hut masseuse.
So, are they role playing this vetting, or are we just saying that it's going to happen?
How would they like to
well,
leverage that?
if Jurith's got the any skills for that, because I have really the only stuff that I would know is if they appear in any of the underworld.
Well, as Martin pointed out, he'll be able to spot people who work for his sister's organisation.
Yeah.
Immediately say, we'll call you, don't call us.
And you expect every single applicant to be part of the underworld.
In some way. Yeah.
Because they're working for the Hut. It's like, if the Mafia is sending a bunch of people they trust, it's a good chance they're working for the Mafia.
What? No way.
So yes, you spend time going through it. Does Jurath or Akori have any suggestions on getting through those numbers? Tryouts? See how many people jump when you throw a dud grenade at them, or a live one? Target practice, see if they can carry a tray through an area while you shoot at them.
I feel like giving them a complex coffee order and seeing who comes back with the correct coffees is probably a really good way of figuring out if someone can do a job.
That would be pretty good as well, yeah.
Would leadership be helpful in this?
It would all be helpful, but I was wondering if we have any suggestions from Peter and Will.
Yeah.
Trying to include them as much as possible.
Trying
I
to
can't think of anything.
A simple one can be, can you tell me what's on your application?
That's a good one.
And suddenly you weed out the smart ones from the dumb ones, and I'm not sure, do you want the dumb ones or the smart ones?
That's a good question.
Because that then is another thing of what you want. Do you want the ones that don't think for themselves and do as you tell them, or the ones that are creative and can think on their feet and most likely stab you in the back?
Yeah.
So Peter, do you like the twists?
I like the way you're putting it, and to the people you're putting it to. Yeah, I've got no suggestions.
I was going to say, I feel like all the entertainment's coming from the GM.
It's kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I try to fill the gaps.
Okay.
So yes, I assume you go through a controlled process of elimination while waiting for other stuff to happen.
Yes.
We could use GPT chat to.
No, we're not using AI.
Sorry, Lola.
We will lose. Lobot's in control of that stuff, right? No, you can use ChatGPT if you want.
So yes, you end up with one column of exceedingly capable people and one column of dumb as opposed people, and you can decide which group you wish to assign to roles.
Okay.
But they all seem equally able to do what you tell them to do. Do you want creative free thinkers, or people who will only do what you tell them and rarely anything else?
Depending on the job.
We'll arrange from acting as security for the huts to being the wait and cooking staff.
Dumb as bricks, wait and cooking staff.
Smart
Security
people,
risk,
security.
risk assessment on the ball.
Yeah.
You need
I
someone
do
who-
think that's going to be probably the best solution, because the dumb ones, they're going to let whoever in.
Yeah.
The smart ones don't want them talking to people, so...
Because you don't want the one saying nobody can pass, and it's like, but I'm nobody. Oh, then you can pass.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah, I think smart ones on security, dumb ones on wait and cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds good, because I mean, you don't really need much intelligence to, like,
You
pass
just
around
need-
a tray.
Yeah, you just need a hand and to pass things around and to know enough just to shush.
Well,
And
most of the dumb ones are basically down like that is because they're not creative.
yeah,
They will just do what you tell them to do. They
Tell
may
them
be
not to talk to the huts and to just serve.
Meat
They won't.
popsicles.
and they are most likely the ones to get whatever you say down pat.
What kind of time period is passing during this process?
Most of this is passing during the week you're organising things, so you
I
get to do
get
other
any
stuff.
response to my gift basket?
The one you sent to the sister,
Yes.
you do end up with a nice shiny box.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't want a gift. I just wanted to know that she gave me a spark of joy in amongst the challenge of dealing with her brother.
Mm.
What's the shiny box?
Well, it has labelled on it Durathbane.
Oh. This could be possibly a brighter spark in amongst all my other sparks.
Okay.
Question is do I wait for a private moment in my private secure cabin on my private ship to open up this shiny box so that I can have time and space to decide exactly what I'm going to do with it?
Considering where it came from, you probably don't want to take it to your private space, considering how
It's-
many...
Fair
Very-
point. Fair
yeah,
point.
it's very likely.
I am
trapped
tired
in both.
and the spasms coming through
Oh,
my
good.
sternum right now.
That's-
It's called Durasbane. Does that mean it's a disruptor pistol?
It could be. Who knows?
Technically, I already have one of those. I bought one about 5 sessions ago when we were allowed to buy gear. But I don't have it yet.
No, you don't have it yet.
Alright, I'll find as private a space as I can and open up my shiny box.
Okay, so you have a pair of dueling pistols. One labelled Pee-wee.
I don't know, I might be handing over the shiny box to Kayana because I've played out all my cards. It is now in Zura's lap to figure out how much more he wants to be the way he is.
And the dueling pistols seem to be disruptor pistols with a single shot in each. No matter how much you charge it, can only fire once.
Oh my goodness.
Which
I
is
might
why they're
hold-
dueling pistols.
Yeah.
I might hold
yeah.
on to these until I've got like double quick draw and 50,000 force points.
That's okay.
The
Well, it's-
irony though.
That's the sort of thing you challenge someone with by opening the lid
Yeah.
and saying pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would just take the non-Pee-wee one out because I'm not letting him give me the Pee-wee one.
Well, you look at that one, it's also
No.
got Pee-wee on the other side of it.
Oh,
So-
does it? They both have Pee-wee on
Yep.
them. Oh, well in that case it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Look, my ethics and morals probably prevent me from disrupting anyone. But I definitely get more joy out of that moment than
But
anyone can imagine right
on
now.
the bright side is now, if anyone were to challenge you, you can say, we can use this, and seeing that they're obviously disruptor pistols, it means that the outcome is pretty much a foregone conclusion. One of them will be disrupted.
It is clear though, nobody knows about this shiny box and the pistols except for me as characters. Right. I'm going to take a quick peek and just check that my lightsaber kyber crystal, I won't open up the lightsaber, is still blue and gold and not red yet.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, thoughts count.
Well, you haven't tried to use the Force in anger yet.
That we know of.
In play.
Yeah.
In play is the important part.
If Kayana's got a free couple of, a free hour or so, I was going to take her to visit my friend in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Because I find it very interesting that Seventh Sister said that she's useless. And yet, not only is this ISB officer still alive, but she's being tended to, even if at the most basic level, she's being kept and she's being repaired, essentially.
She hasn't been just sent on her way the moment the eyes were stuck in, which most people do get.
Yeah.
Sith do not leave those kind of threads cut. She'd be dead by now if she was actually useless.
I don't think it's because that she has anything to give. I think it's because we keep seeing her.
I think, actually, based off my own investigations and vision
Yes.
that I have, that the Seventh Sister wants us to believe she's useless. Because it's in her interest that we don't think that she has worth.
And I think that's fair enough. It's not that I'm thinking that she's useless. I'm thinking she's being used against us.
I think quite the opposite. That's why I was going to bring you with me, because I don't think you've spent any time with the ISB officer outside of
I haven't.
that initial capturing, and I would like to gauge your opinion.
Alright. Let's see how
You
it
could
feels.
just be one of my friends I've dragged along because I'm a charity case, sob story,
Yep.
soft-hearted person that I am, and she reminds me of my... So my aunt and my grandmother. No, it's my grandmother. That's it.
Yeah.
Gotta keep that story straight.
And if it helps, that's what the Latrillian looks like.
Yeah. You know, I remember what the Latrillian looks like, but I also remember the 2 visions you've given me regarding her, and both visions seem to imply we can definitely make use of her.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically to complete our mission. Well, one of our missions. Which has got to do with the great big gem glowy thing that is sentient. But not a kyber crystal. The Jewel of...
The Jewel of Yavin.
That's it, the Jewel of Yavin. Thanks.
And for you guys, that's the...
Yep.
Yeah.
So that said,
And online peoples...
when
Rough
Kiana
picture.
comes with me to visit, does she get any senses or anything about our ISB friend?
Okay, so as you... Well, technically she's not ISB, she's an agent working with them.
Yes.
Which
well,
means that...
it's just easier for me to just... That's how my brain figures
Which
out
is,
who
she's
she
down,
is.
that's found the eye of the Emperor's hand.
I can't remember her name, and we didn't look it up, and my brain just needs a way to categorise her as the person who's in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I actually had a name for them back here. Oh.
But I wouldn't mind Kayana's assessment because she is more objective in this. I have an agenda in the terms of I want her to pay for killing Garm, and I want it to be slow and painful and tormenting as possible. But not until I've got everything I can out of it. It's probably the most dark side thing Faye has ever done.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get a warning from Starling.
Okay, so the as you come in, you see that unlike most of the times you're there, she is up and about and moving.
Mm-hmm.
As it seems that the temporary eyes they installed have been replaced.
Oh, what are they being replaced with?
They look almost like real eyes.
Oh. She's been upgraded.
You do know this means she can recognize us now, right?
Well, she never quite saw.
She never saw us.
Oh, she never saw us because
She was-
we're out of the uniform.
She
that's
was
right.
blinded by Min before she saw us.
We would be out of armor visiting her.
Which means if she saw Finn, she'd probably remember him because that was the last thing she saw for quite some time.
I've made it no
But she knows me.
secret that I'm a Mandalorian.
Okay.
And that I'm working there as a bodyguard to the celebrity racer that I've got to spend time with, and I'm bored because all he wants to do is sign autographs, get photos of himself, and he's a celebrity. So I play it up as a chore, and I want to do something a bit more meaningful, and I'm using my Mandalorian Clan background and my respect for my grandmother and my elders, and the fact that she reminds me of that's this is something for me to do.
Okay, so she greets you warmly, hearing your voice. I'm not seeing you clearly for the first time because previously there was lots of dots and the image kept shifting off to the left.
To the left. A little to the right. Yep.
And she says now that some new eyes have come in. She heard that you were partly responsible for it and made most of the payment.
I see it as a part of my duty of care and my representing my culture with honour.
Okay, and she says now that that's working, she's supposed to report back to her job.
Well, it's good to see her back on her feet. Hopefully, during the rest of our stay here, we'll still be able to remain in contact.
Well, she's heard of the gala coming up, which she should be attending as the aide to Barth.
I'm not sure where my celebrity will want me, whether it's going to be front of house or back of house, but I might see you around.
Just so I have it for my notes, she's been assigned as the aide to Tabara.
She says she's the aide to Barth.
Okay.
Whether she is or not, you'll find out. Many people lie.
Yeah.
Do we get any sense as to her honesty, I guess?
Well, she believes she will be, you get from her
okay.
tone.
Fair enough.
Which may be through bribery, assassination, or actual position.
Yeah, it can also
But
just be.
either way, it's a belief.
It can also just be that's what she's told. So,
And she says she'll be happy to take you up on the weapons training that you have suggested at some point.
I'd really look forward to that. It'd give me something productive to do. It'd be nice to have a student that is actively interested in learning. I will make sure I introduce Kayana as Riri.
yeah,
As long as that pseudonym's not retired.
we'll just go with that one for now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the easy one.
Yeah.
And I'm known to her as Kai.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have been able to get some time to actually see you myself.
And you do notice that she actually has a name on some of the paperwork that she's got now, where previously she didn't really have much of a name.
And what was the name again?
Is Brora. Bhurra.
Bhurroa?
No, double R-A. No O.
Oh,
Burra.
okay.
Almost bra.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I might be able to get away with, but bra, nah.
Bruh. Okay.
I do not have the street cool to pull that off.
I'm introduced to her as a new person. I'm trying to think of a socially acceptable question about, what's your job like?
Well, you've heard me talk about her.
Sounds like yeah. I was gonna say I've heard some things that Kai has said in her her ever charitable heart that she has talked about coming to see you, and I decided I would join along today because I can tell just how much Kai has built a friendship with you. So I'm curious, what's your job usually like?
Her job is all about numbers and balance sheets.
Numbers and balance sheets. Sounds exciting.
It is, she says, and she starts rattling off on the most boring conversation you've had in quite a long time.
She's a tax accountant.
Leading off that though, I'll say, so even though your job's all about numbers and things, you still need to have the skills to shoot and stuff. Is that for like personal protection, personal interest? I personally love all the different types of weapons, even if I don't have to use them, because I just think technology is cool.
Well, she says she works in a casino where anyone could try to kill you, so...
That actually sounds like a great way of multitasking. I've got a few weapons that I can teach you to use that won't necessarily set off security metal detectors.
But she doesn't have to worry about that. She can just carry any old weapon in.
Yeah, I'm sure she gets a clearance of some kind.
I'm telling you.
Get on the plane.
Some of these weapons that I've got to suggest to you, they're a lot of fun to play with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is where I'll say, well then, as brief as our own meeting is, definitely looking forward to hopefully seeing you at the gala should our team be lucky enough to win. And hoping that, Kai can keep up this wonderful new relationship with you.
And what is your skill with perception?
Pretty good.
Just need to know the skill rank.
Let me see it.
If you're high enough, you don't have to roll.
2 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 3 white. So I'm double 2 rank in it.
Mm-hmm.
My ulterior motive here is I got a vision at one point when I met her just off the cuff, and knowing the way the Force works, if you're meant to get information, you'll get it.
Yeah.
If you're not, you won't.
Yeah.
But you have to be here to have that opportunity.
Exactly.
Okay, you notice, but Thea doesn't, that she has a couple of Imperial code cylinders with a military comlink in her gear.
So that's, again, just kind of telling you that, like, yeah, she's definitely working for Imperials. Or
her cover story is...
her cover story is working at the casino, but she's
It may even be her mission.
Yeah.
And Gun was just a opportunity,
Convenience.
a convenient opportunity.
Yep. Yes. So yeah, no, that's her undercover is working at the thing, and so that's all we are getting at, kind of thing. So, okay. Cool. I don't think I can outright ask anything more than that. It is pretty much she's going to stick to the boring story of working at the casino.
I didn't bring you here for that. I brought you here more to get your sense of who she is.
Yeah.
You've got a more objective...
One of the stories she did tell Thea was that she only learned to fire with a disruptor.
It's funny.
She never fired at any other weapon.
We'll have to change that because, you won't always have a disruptor. And we've got to look to your personal safety. You've got blinded once. We don't want you blinded again.
No, this is saying you had that previous conversation
Yeah.
and she's not having it right now.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, that'll be a conversation I would have had with her. Says, we can't have you blinded again, otherwise I can't kill you. In fair combat.
Okay, so yes, she heads out of the hospital after being in there for about 2 to 3 weeks by this stage, I believe.
Does
you've been here
she
for.
give any means of contacting her?
She does. She says you can reach her at the casino. Just leave a message there and she'll get it.
Is the name she gives us the same name as what's on her forms?
Well, it's on the forms for the current form she's got.
Okay.
The other ones didn't quite had her down as unknown Latrillian.
That's all good.
Because, hey, I'm sure it's harder to identify someone if they can't see anything. And don't cooperate as well. So, as we are past getting close to 10:30, and some people have work at the morning,
Yeah.
I thought I'd see, is there anything you would like to do before we finish for the night?
I'll be sending an update to Captain Dom that even though he and Starwing provided the armour in order for Jareth to perform his role properly, Jareth has decided that the armour is not good enough for him and he is not wearing it. I will leave that in their hands. I have done what I can.
Do you think it wasn't good enough, or the fact that he might have thought that he's still probably is not fit to wear the armour?
Look, whatever his motives and reasons, I was not in a place at the time to really be open to it because, to be honest, I've taken a lot of disrespect and obstinance from him, and I feel like if he's not going to give anything back in return to that, regardless of the efforts I've made to stay objective, then he's not really, I've done my best within what has been assigned to me to do from Dom and Starwing, and that's what they asked me to do, and I did it. And I went beyond, so I feel like I'll take whatever lead they want. So if they want me to continue trying to get him to come around to understand that in any clan or any working unit that there's a certain level of professionalism that requires that you don't talk back at your leaders and you don't ask them to baby step you through a task when you're in the middle of carrying out a task, like being asked to go to the market and get refreshments. Just because you think your leader's made a mistake doesn't mean that you can't carry that out. So as far as she's concerned, she's just going to report back to Dom, and she won't even necessarily say that it wasn't good enough for him. She'll just say he didn't put it on, he didn't wear it, he didn't take it. So it's up to him and Starwing and Kayana. It's not her thing, but she's just reporting back. I did what I was told to do, and this was the response.
I look forward to having that conversation with Dom. It'll be fun.
I don't think you're going to get the point again, but...
Oh, I certainly won't. I won't get the point. Absolutely not. Because there was no point. All there was anger and back-turning and making up lies, effectively. So, yeah, there's no points to be made.
No,
no points to be taken.
I was going to say, don't get into it
No,
because this is more...
but it is very triggering.
So, I look forward to the conversation. It'll be fun.
Yeah. So, we might end the game there, if that's okay?
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was giving the options. I will put it on to end credits and chat to people afterwards.